evening, everybody, and welcome to the Louisiana Superdome. On behalf of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association, it's the Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic, the 1A state championship game, the Oak Grove Tigers against the Port Sulphur Broncos. Both teams are 13-1 tonight. One of them will win the state championship. With my partner, Rob Mushmack, I'm Dennis McCain. Rob, this is a matchup of two teams, one from North Louisiana and one from South Louisiana.
Well, they may be about 400 miles apart, Dennis, but they both love to run the football. Port Sulphur comes in, Terrence Jones and Jeremy Bartholomew. These guys, Dennis, they just flat out can play. They got a lot of speed. They'll be even faster on the artificial turf. Now, on the defensive side, this defense, Dennis, is what's kept them in a lot of games. You get a lot of talk about the offense, but this defense in 7 of their games has given up a touchdown or less. Also, their first dome appearance since winning the 1A title in the first year ever of the state Superdome Classic.
And the Oak Grove Tigers, way up in North Louisiana, but they are used to being here at the Superdome.
Well, I tell you what, Port Sulphur's defense, it's only given up 7 points a game, and 7 only going to get tested tonight. Oak Grove, 192 points in the playoffs. Their defense has only given up 74 points in the state playoffs. Eric Newman, an excellent talent at running back, does a nice job, should be even quicker on artificial turf. He's got good speed. They beat the #1 seed, the team that a lot of people thought were going to be here tonight, Kentwood, under the tower. And you know how tough that is. Under the water tower, beat them last week, 34-18. Dennis, they won the title in 1999. They come in as a 4 seed, a very deserving 4 seed, and a very solid program has been put together by Vic Dalrymple way up in North Louisiana.
Well, the two teams will play for 48 minutes, but dreams for a lifetime for both Oak Grove and Port Sulphur. Rob, I know you have to go down to the field, and we will be back with you in just a moment after we pause for a moment, after we look at some pregame festivities on the Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic from the Louisiana Superdome.
I'm Tommy Henry with the Louisiana High School Athletic Association, and on behalf of the LHSAA, I want to welcome you to the playing of the 2001 Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic here in the Superdome. We want to congratulate our teams for qualifying for this year's event and thank our spectators and our sponsors for also supporting this event.
Call heads, it is head. You will defer. You want the football. Line yourselves up right here.
Port Sulphur won the toss.
And it's deferred.
Joseph made the decision at the beginning of the second half.
Oak Grove will receive.
Oak Grove will receive. Port Sulphur will kick off and defend the north end zone.
Get after each other, fellas, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, to the 2001 Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic. It's Louisiana High School State Football Championships live from the Superdome. The first game, the Class 1A State Championship game. First, the visiting team from District 9 1A with a record of 13-1, the Port Sulphur Broncos. And the home team from District 2 1A with a record of 13-1, the Oak Grove Tigers. Would everyone please stand for the invocation to be delivered by Mr. Keith Alexander, former LHSAA Executive Committee member.
May we pray. Our Father, for the many blessings that have been ours to enjoy this Lord's Day, we give you the thanks and the praise. Father, we are thankful that we live in a country that we can celebrate freedoms such as this athletic contest this weekend. And Father, we would pause at this time to pray for the many of our countrymen who stand in foreign fields at this very moment to protect our freedoms. We pray a richest blessing upon them and their families. Father, we pray that you'll be the safety of our players this afternoon, for the coaches as they lead, and for the officials as they administrate and the rules. In Christ's name we pray all of these things. Amen.
Would everyone please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem to be delivered by Miss Ashley Carroll, a senior from Oak Grove High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattled, the guns bursting in a gay proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We may have your attention. The Louisiana High School Athletic Association is proud to have the Nokia Sugar Bowl as its major sponsor, title sponsor of the Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic. At midfield, representing the Nokia Sugar Bowl Executive Committee is Mr. Mark Romig, accompanied by Mr. Richard Smith. We'd like to recognize the participating principals and head coaches. First, from Oak Grove High School, Principal Mr. Kent Davis. And from Port Sulphur High School, Principal Miss Vanessa Williams. Next, from Oak Grove High School, head coach Vic Dalrymple. And from Port Sulphur, head coach Cyril Crutchfield. Once again, the LHSAA would like to thank the Nokia Sugar Bowl for its support of high school athletics. All right, gang, it's the Tigers and the Broncos, the Class 1A state championship. Are you ready to rumble?
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Louisiana Superdome. I'm Dennis McCain with Coach Eric Randall from Southern Lab, the Kittens. Coach, good to have you on the broadcast. Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by these sponsors from Oak Grove, Rough and Building Systems. There is a rough and building for every purpose, and that's from Port Sulphur out there, Port Sulphur Ace Hardware, CFF Construction, Delta Tire Automotive. Also Jimmy Gailey from State Farm Insurance, Mark Treadway Builders Incorporated, Keepsake Bridal and Tuxedo Shop, and we'll be talking more about the sponsors throughout the evening. And from Oak Grove, Rough and Building Systems, Robinson's Grocery, Gregory Farms, C&W Pawn Shop, the drugstore, and Tham's Construction. We'll tell you all about them later in the broadcast. Here's the kickoff, and Oak Grove will go on the offense first as they have the ball out at the 33-yard line. And Coach, that's where they will put it in play. C&W Pawn Shop, the drugstore, Tham's Construction. Will tell you all about the folks from those fine businesses in Oak Grove and also in Port Sulphur as the night goes along. On offense for Oak Grove, they are led by their quarterback, Ty Rollinson, number 10, and he has him up to the line of scrimmage. He has Sullivan right behind him, who is number 9, and there is the handoff on the right side, and it goes in there to Sullivan, and he gets about 3 on first down. Abney Manuel make the tackle on offense. Robinson at quarterback, Sullivan, you see him at fullback, Newman, Johnson, Kraft, and Henderson, the skill people. And in the line, Barone and Kitchens, Moody, Roussel, and Rye. Rollinson calls the signals and fires one out to the left side. He tried to get it to Kraft, just a little low, Coach, and incomplete.
It's a great second down call. You have the wide receiver out.
On defense for Port Sulphur, Bartholomew, Williams, Sullivan, Manuel, another Manuel, Michael Manuel, and then also is Abney and Mackey out there. Then the secondary, Ragus, Mackey, Hidros, and Merrick. Big play coming up to start the game. Oak Grove will try to convert. They have it just over the 35. And they need to get it out to about the 43. Here's an option play. Down he goes. Rollinson's on the ground and making that tackle in there for the Broncos, and stepping in was Green, and Kochi got to the outside. Good pursuit and down with the quarterback.
Green did an outstanding job of containing the outside and forcing the quarterback to have to turn up the field and stop them on a great third down and 7 play.
It's punting time, and there's a high snap back to the Oak Grove punter. He still has time to get it away, and does, but it's going to be a short kick that is going to be caught and fielded in good position at the 33-yard line of Oak Grove, and Port Sulphur has the ball, and they have great position.
I thought that the punter did a great job of picking up the ball to try to punt the ball, but he just didn't get anything on it, Dennis. And like you said, our Port Sulphur is in great field position to start off the first drive of the game.
Port Sulphur on offense. As you see the ball fielded. Port Sulphur on offense will have it at the 33. Jones is the quarterback. He's back to pass, and he fires one to a man who is streaking after the ball, just a little long and incomplete. Let's check the offense of Port Sulphur. Terrence Jones at quarterback. The fullback is Joshua Mackey. And of course they have Ragus, Bartholomew, Green, Guidros. In the line is Silv and Turner, Gonzalez, Henry, and St. Anne. Second and 10, and Jones is back in a naked shotgun, and he keeps it, and he's going to the right side, and he's met by 2, and now 3. Oak Grove tacklers. It was Bankston and Pep Miller who got to him first.
The hole opened up, but it closed quick. Dennis, I thought the Oak Grove defense did an outstanding job of coming up and turning what could be a big gain on this play into a short game.
Coach Eric Randall from Southern Lab joins us in the press box. My partner Rob Mushmack is down on the field. We'll be hearing from him a little later. You see Coach Crutchfield, the fine coach of the Broncos. Cyril Crutchfield, 3rd down and 8 to go. 3rd and a long 7. Jones back in that shotgun again. He's going to throw it, and he fires it, and it's incomplete. He had a man that was breaking open down there, but the ball was too long and incomplete.
Terrence Jones has thrown the ball for 3,000 yards this season, and they've come out with the type of game plan that they're going to throw the football, and they've done that here in the first drive. 2 passes that could have been caught early in the game were just overthrown.
It's a 4th down. Let's see what the Broncos decide to do. They're going to go for it. They're in good field position, and really nothing to lose right here from the 31.
Nothing to lose. Talking about a 4th down and 7 play, 4th and 8.
Jones to throw it. Here's the big rush.
Big rush.
Down he goes. The Tigers get him in the backfield.
The Tigers did an outstanding job of putting pressure on Jones, and that's what they're going to have to do if they're going to win the ball game tonight, to beat their front 5 on offense.
Gwynn was the first man that got to him, but he had some help back there, and down goes the quarterback. Putnam was back there also. The Tigers get it at the 42. Rollinson is pitching it, and now here comes a pass, and that's Kraft throwing the football. A jump ball, it is caught. And running down the field with it for a touchdown, maybe, is Eric T. Newman. He's in there, and the Tigers grab the lead, 6-0 over Port Sulphur.
Dennis, I had the opportunity to see this game, this quarterfinal game in last year's contest, and these are the same type of plays that Port Sulphur went up big on Oak Grove on last season, and now you see Oak Grove coming out here in the 2001 season, and they've come out with a little trickery, and that's not like the Tigers, but they put them on the board first.
Well, the ball bounced up, and Newman caught it, and there's the extra point by Pep Miller. It is 7-0. Oak Grove leads it. We're coming back on the Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic in the Louisiana Superdome.
Wendy's High School Heisman recognizes seniors who excel in scholarship, athletics, and citizenship.
Now let's meet our Wendy's High School Heisman State finalists.
Gabriel Beadle of Berwick, Mallory Worsham of Riverdale Academy, Brennan Bernard of Erath, Mary Macaluso of Belle Chase, and Jeremy DeVille of Maryville. For updates on the Wendy's High School Heisman program, tune into your local stations.
Well, you're looking at Eric T. Newman, number 12, who caught the football and took it for a touchdown. Oak Grove in 14 games averaging 41.7 points. Port Sulphur 47.5. And so there's a lot of points to be made in this contest.
Both of these teams have the type of ammunition to score the ball from anywhere on the field. But we're going to see who can stop. We would have to see who's going to stop the other team's offense here tonight, then. Short kick.
There's a short kick in Port Sulphur. If they got on the ball, they're going to have great field position. The Broncos will, and they did at the 48. The touchdown, a 58-yard drive in one play. 58-yard touchdown pass, Kraft to Newman. It's 7-0, Oak Grove. Terrence Jones comes back in the game at quarterback, and this time he has a blocking back with him in the backfield. Jones throws the ball and gets it to a receiver. The ball is caught down there and grabbed way down the field for a big gain, and catching the football was Guidros on defense for the Tigers. Putman, Gwynn, Gregory, Harden, Cagle, Tyson, Bankston, Pep Miller, Dooley, Johnson, and Kinchins. And they'll need to play defense right now because from the 25, Port Sulphur, after a big play, has a good drive going. Here's Jones throwing again, and it's caught down there. Caught again by Guidros.
Guidros is coming to the game with over 1,600 yards receiving this season, and they're just putting him in a one-on-one type situation here and putting him out wide, and Terrence is doing a good job right now of completing the pass. If you look at the first drive, he just overthrew 2 passes just off the fingertips, and now he's completing them here in the second drive.
Well, that's a tough pass to defend if it's thrown properly when you get inside the defender, and it was thrown perfectly by Jones. Tyson was defending for Oak Grove. First down just outside the 10. Here's a throw to the corner of the end zone, a jump ball, and in the corner, a touchdown. And that's Guidros. He's been a busy young man on the drive, and he gets the tip, and both teams score on a tip ball. It's 7-6. Port Sulphur has answered.
All 3 plays went to Guidros, and Guidros did an outstanding job of hanging with that pass there. This young man has got a bright future ahead of him. He's done a great job here early in the ball game, and this is why he's one of the top receivers in Class 1A right now. Great concentration.
And a great look at it by the Superdome crew. The extra point is low, but it's through, and it's 7-7. The Class 1A state championship game. We're all knotted up in the first quarter.
Just a reminder that kids who participate in high school sports tend to go a little farther than those who don't.
The offense of the 90s throwing the football up and down the field. Oakland won't throw it as much as Port Sulphur does, but we certainly see a running game, and so far we hadn't seen that. Back to you guys.
7-7. Port Sulphur will kick it to Oak Grove. The Tigers will go back on the offense from the Louisiana Superdome. I'm Dennis McCain with Eric Randall, the coach of the Southern Lab Kittens, Rob Bushmack, you just heard from down on the field. Here is the kickoff, and it is going to come straight down the middle of the field, and Newman has it. He has speed, and he is trying to get loose and still trying to find some running room. He won't find it. Port Sulphur grabs him, and they pull him down at the 23-yard line, and getting there first was Manuel. Michael Manuel got him.
They do an outstanding job. This team here has a lot of team speed, and they didn't lose too many guys, Dennis, off the last year's team, and this is why this team has come in and were able to average over 41 points a game. They took less than a minute to score on that last drive.
The scoring drive, 52 yards, 3 plays, 11-yard touchdown pass. Jones to Guidros. Rollinson is handing off on the right side. But running with the ball over there is Sullivan across the 25 out to the 26, and he gets 3 on first down.
Not much there, but it's a good first down play to try to get the fullback back into the game. Looking to see the quarterback and Newman here soon. That's their bread and butter, the 1-2 punch. We're looking to see something out of those two guys here to get them going and get them comfortable in this state championship game.
From the 26, second down and 7. There is Newman, Eric T. Newman. He's being swarmed on by the Broncos. Down he goes, maybe a yard up the field. Abney made the tackle for Port Sulphur.
They did a good job again of running to the football. If you look at it, they're getting off of blocks up front. Oak Grove is coming off the ball hard, as you can see up front, but they're swarming to the ball. He has a little running room here, but all of a sudden, there's 2, 3, 4, 5 guys on the play.
Third down, 6 to go for Oak Grove. The Tigers all in black tonight. Black pants, black shirts, and black headgear. Here's a little flip out that is too long and incomplete. As Rollinson was trying to get it out to Newman, but it was a little overthrown.
A little overthrown to Newman here. He can get it down. Newman has room to run. He has one man to beat here. He almost came down with another acrobatic catch there too, Dennis.
Willie Pebmiller is in the game to punt it. Puts a foot into it. It's a low kick that is going to be caught and being brought back. And a flag is thrown across the 45 out at the 48-yard line. And probably a penalty coming against Port Sulphur. We'll go down and check the call by the referee.
Flipping White after change of possession, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Anytime you see that flag thrown like that, it's 9 times out of 10, it's clipping.
Coach, a very entertaining game thus far as both teams are putting the ball up and wide open in the 1A state championship game.
I don't think either team, you're at this point in time in the season, you make it to the championship game, there's no reason to close the playbook up now, but they both are going out and like you said, they're putting the ball up in the air and they're doing an outstanding job on both sides.
All right, Oak Grove has called a timeout. There's a timeout on the field. The 1A state championship game, 7-7, Port Sulphur and Oak Grove.
It started out with my family vacations. My brother and sister and I, we practically grew up in the ocean, learning about fish and hermit crabs. But now, I really want to study the ocean, you know, in college. I just don't know if I can afford it.
Bank One is the largest student loan lender in the country, providing both federally funded and alternative loans. Go farther with Bank One.
When I'm out of school, my vacation will be my career.
Port Sulphur back on the offense. The Broncos dressed tonight in their white shirts, gold pants, and they have the ball just over the 30-yard line at the 31. Jones is putting a man in motion, and there's a lot of motion there, but no flag, and then he just flips it out to the right side. And that's Bartholomew with the ball. He has running room inside the 30. He's racing down inside the 10. He's at the goal line. Touchdown, Port Sulphur.
Dennis, they have a flag on the play, hold the play, or a flag on the play here. I think it may be clipping or a holding call here.
Well, the referee motions touchdown, but there is a flag down. There was a little motion at the line of scrimmage from the wideout to the right, but it is going to go as a clip against Port Sulphur, and this one's coming, not only is it coming back, it's coming way back.
That's big, Dennis. You talk about a 70-yard touchdown play, and now it comes, you have to bring it all the way back and try it all over again. Let's see how they respond to it. And let's see what Oak Grove is going to do here differently. They came with a blitz, and it was a great play call there. The blitz was just a little late, but the quarterback had the opportunity to get the ball off, and Bartholomew was off to the races.
We still have 6 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the first quarter. Already a lot of fireworks in this one.
Dennis, look to see a lot of screens here tonight. Coach Crutchfield runs a lot of screens out of a lot of different formations, double screens, quick screens, and that should slow down that rush. Right now, Oak Grove, they're bringing more than Port Sulphur can block at this particular time, and he's going to have to either get rid of it quick or run what they just ran, some type of screen plays to slow that rush down.
Well, the only loss for Port Sulphur this year was to Higgins, a 5A team. Definitely motion this time, and it's caught again, but you can bet it's going to come back. How about this? 2 touchdowns in 2 plays, and both of them are coming back.
Now, Dennis, this is the call this time. Motion by the outside receiver here. He got into the play a little bit too early there, but you talk about again, that's 2 plays coming back, and that has to be big for the Port Sulphur team, and you have to look at Oak Grove as, hey, to get another chance.
And Coach Crutchfield, very animated on the sideline.
Coach is fired up here. You talk 2 touchdowns in the championship game. The kids are playing well. Just that first quarter jitters maybe in the system. But again, it's going to have to be something quick, Dennis, to slow down that rush. You look at Oak Grove, they have 8 on the line of scrimmage. Sometimes they're bringing all 8. Sometimes they're bringing 7, 6, and dropping others off. But they're trying to give Terrence a lot of different looks tonight, and that's what they're going to have to do to slow down that pass.
An illegal shift, but not only was it an illegal shift, there was some motion on the outside to go along with it.
Right. Outside receiver here moved a little bit early.
From the 11-yard line. 30 yards to go.
Timeout
for a first down. Port Sulphur wants a timeout. And so we'll take it with them. And then we'll come back on the 1A state championship game that is all tied.
Let's do it.
These guys don't look so tough.
Heads up.
I got your back. On your left. Go. I'm hot, baby.
Time to go for a spin.
Gatorade. Bring your game to life.
I'll take the big guy.
Which big guy?
2 plays in a row, long touchdown passes. Both of them came back, and now we have a first down and 30 to go for Port Sulphur.
That puts them in a very difficult situation. Oak Grove now should have a little bit momentum under their feet right now. I don't look to see the blitz coming here at this particular point in the field, but this is difficult here to see how they're going to respond here after 2 touchdowns coming called back.
Well, they have 3 downs to get a first down. They don't have to get it all here. And there is a pass. They're trying for all of it, though, and it's caught. And here he goes, the 3rd big play in a row, all the way down inside the 20-yard line, and still pulling tacklers with him down there. And running with the football was Manuel, and Manuel got it all the way to the 12-yard line.
Dennis, this was the same play on the first drive that Terrence overthrew early in the ball game. Now he comes back with the same situation, and he completes the pass. That was a heck of a catch and a great throw. Right now they're just doing a matchup. This big kid Emmanuel is running down the field at the tight end position, and just right now I think they have a mismatch here with the strong safety that's trying to cover him.
Good hands by Michael Manuel. Kitchens ran him down, but not before Manuel got the ball to the 12. 1st and 10. There's a handoff and a big hit in the backfield. Joshua Mackey has the football, but the Tigers have him. And down he goes in the backfield. Bennett, the first one to get to him.
Great penetration there by Bennett up front, splitting the offensive lineman there, splitting that double team, getting in there and stopping it for a loss.
It brings up a 2nd down and 12. The ball just inside the 15. We'll call it the 14. 2nd and 12. They can get a first down at the 2-yard line. High formation, different formation this time for the Broncos. There's a fake and a throw to the corner of the end zone. A jump ball out there, bouncing up again, and it falls incomplete. And Guidros was battling out there again. Tyson defending.
Tyson did an outstanding job there of not losing sight of the football and staying with it. Also, Dennis, he got his hand in there at the last minute to stop Guidros from coming up with another big catch. Great job of defending the pass.
The ball bounced straight up in the air as it has done several times, but he defended the receiver and wouldn't let him get back to it, so it falls to the turf and incomplete, and we have a 3rd down now coming up. 3rd down and 12 for Port Sulphur from the 14. And Jones is faking a handoff. Here comes the big rush. He lets it go again to the corner, though. It's another big jump out there, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it again out there this time to Guidros, and that's a play that they like to do. Tyson once again out on that island by himself.
Tyson is in one-on-one coverage right here, and he's done a great job with the state's best receiver here in Class 1A, and he's done a fantastic job here on this drive of defending him on 2 plays that are difficult to stop. The fade pattern is a difficult pattern to defend at this point in time in the field, and he's done a great job here.
It's decision time for Port Sulphur. They go to the bench and they get a play, and they'll go for it again. Instead of kicking a field goal from the 14, the Broncos send a couple of wide receivers out to the left, one out to the right, and a flag is dropped in the backfield in the defensive secondary. A flag goes down.
Be interesting here to see what the call.
Delay of game on Port Sulphur.
This may be a good penalty here for Port Sulphur. You get backed up here and you get the opportunity to work with a little bit more feel. You are a team that throw the football, and right now they hadn't done a bad job of completing the passes here today. So it may work out in their best interest.
4th down, and now 17 to go for a first down. And Jones is going to go back all by himself in the backfield. He's going to throw it, or try to throw it. Big rush by the Tigers. There he goes. Can he make it to the end zone? They get him at the 5. All he had to do was make it to the 2 for a first down. He comes up short, though. And so Oak Grove will take over at their own 5-yard line. Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Port Sulphur Ace Hardware, Chris Lincoln, the owner, CSF Construction, a heavy construction contractor, Delta Tires and Automotive, AJ and Tiffany Dusang, Jimmy Gailey, State Farm Insurance in Belle Chase, Mark Treadaway Building Incorporated, and Keepsake Bridal and Tuxedo Shop, your prom source for gowns and tuxedo rentals. Oak Grove from their own 5, down the middle and too high, trying to get it to Kraft, but that one just a little overthrown. Kraft was open.
Kraft was open, and Rollinson just needed to get that ball down just a little bit. The play is there, and I think that he knows that it's there, and they're gonna come back to that type of play later on in the ball game. He's gonna probably come back and hit that pass play because it's wide open.
Second down and 10 from their own 5. 4 minutes to go in the first period. The ball just over the 5, and movement. And a 5-yard penalty coming.
You know, Dennis, I think we're going to see encroachment on the defense here.
Dead ball, encroachment for White.
Coach, it's something we talk about all year long. In high school football, if you move across into the neutral zone, the flag is thrown immediately. No chance to get back.
Right. The play is immediately dead, and they're going to mark off 5 yards. And I think that that's a good call because you're going to draw off an offensive lineman. The kids are not at that level yet to be able to reset and do those type of things.
Here's an option play and a pitch out to Newman. Newman's down over the 10, out to the 12. Mackey made the tackle, Joshua Mackey, and he had help from number 89, Leo Bartholomew.
He did an outstanding job. The defensive end here did an outstanding job of stringing it out. He got a little help from Bartholomew, and but they were 1 block away from making something happen there.
It sets up a 3rd down and 3:27 to go. Eric T. Newman, number 12, you saw him sprinting out to the right. He's as far away as he can get out there to the right. And there's a shovel pass out for a 1st down to the 30, and out running the ball over the 25, just short of the 30 by 4 yards at the 26. A nice run then, and a 1st down for the Oak Grove Tigers. It was Guy Smith with the football. He got it out to the 26.
Smith did a great job here of catching the football, concentrating. They had a defender right there in their face. He caught the ball, turned upfield, and did a good job of picking up the first down, keeping the drive alive here, Dennis.
From the 26, Merrick's made the tackle. There's a pitch out, and that's Newman with it. Newman is down at the 24, and they are really keying on Newman.
They're doing a good job of stopping Newman here. Mackey did an outstanding job here of stringing it out and making a great open field tackle here. They've slowed Eric Newman down here today thus far. And you would have to think that was the game plan coming in for Port Sulphur.
2nd down and 11. Get a good look at the defensive line of Port Sulphur. Drew Williams, number 57. And here is a fake pitch by Rollinson. He keeps the ball, but Port Sulphur grabs him, and the Broncos knock him to the ground, maybe a yard on the play. Manuel and Abney made the hit for the white-shirted Broncos.
Right now, Rollins, he doesn't have a lot of running room here up front. Port Sulphur's defensive line is winning the line of scrimmage battle up front. They're pushing. If you look at some of those Oak Grove linemen up front, they're downfield, but they don't have anyone in front of them, and that's not a good sign here.
3rd down coming up, 3rd and 10. Rollinson back to throw it. He fires it to the right side, and the ball out there is going to be intercepted. Coming out of the pile with it was Joshua Mackey. Mackey has been a busy young man in this 1A state championship game, and he pulls the football out of the air. And Port Sulphur has it at the 46 of Oak Grove.
Mackey has done an outstanding job here today. He's come up with deflections in the secondary. He's came up off the corner to make great tackles. And here he shows his defensive back skills here of coming up with a great interception. I thought that Eric Newman had the ball there for a second.
Several tip balls in the game. And those balls that have been tipped have been caught or intercepted after the tip. Back on the offense, Port Sulphur, and Jones with 1 man back. Here's a big rush coming by Oak Grove, and a pass that is complete. A nice throw there under pressure. Bartholomew catches the football, and he has it down to the 42. Willie Pepmiller was the man who was making the tackle on the play.
Again, Dennis, Oak Grove is doing an outstanding job of putting pressure on Terrence, but here he comes up with a great athletic play here and hitting his running back out the backfield and picks up a big gain here, whereas you're looking at a deficit early on.
From the 42-yard line, Port Sulphur has a second down. They have 6 to go. And here is a keeper out there by Jones. He has speed, he has a first down, and he hustles out of bounds down at about the 36-yard line. And that's right at the first down marker. Maybe close enough for a measurement. Rob Mushmack is down below. Well, we certainly wish that young man the best. Here's the measurement, and very, very close. The official says first down as he steps up and looks at it.
Dennis, you never like to see a player go down, especially in a state championship game. You would think that all the kids would want to be out there, and I just feel sorry for his family and also that young man, but I hope that he's okay, and I know he will be okay.
Port Sulphur has a first down at the 36.
Dennis, that's tough to defend on that last play. Terrence look downfield. Oak Grove had a great rush on. He just tucked the ball and picked up the first down. And I guess that's their running game.
Terrence Jones in his purple helmet is throwing the football a little too high for Bartholomew. And he goes incomplete.
Just through the hands of Bartholomew. I think the pass was a pretty good pass, Dennis. Pretty good pass. It's through the hands. That's a catchable ball. But again, if you look at the secondary coverage, they're looking at a one-on-one type situation with the defensive backs and a mismatch. And right now they have him in the inside slot, Bartholomew, and he's working on that strong safety again, Dennis. Let's take a look and see if Coach Crutchfield is going to take advantage.
Well, Jones wants to throw it again, and there's the pass over the middle, and once again, the tip drill and a catch. And with the football is Bartholomew, and that's great concentration and a big first down for Port Sulphur.
That ball was tipped by Oak Grove, but again, Bartholomew stayed with it. That's about the 4th or 5th tip ball today that was actually caught. A lot of times we see these balls on the ground, but again, Dennis, if you look at the mismatch in which they're taking advantage of, they're going to the strong safety again. Bartholomew was able to beat this guy. We beat him earlier. You're talking about Kitchens is going to have to tighten up here.
Kitchens ran him down. The ball was tipped by Johnson. And now, here we go again, and a big pass coming, but a big rush before that. And the official says no good. The arm coming forward. It's incomplete.
Dennis, that's a close call there. You're looking at a big play, a possible big play here for Oak Grove, and we're going to have to take a look at this on the monitor to actually see if his arm was in motion. I don't know, Dennis. I don't know. I think that Oak Grove did an outstanding job there. Look at them, Dennis. They're getting after the football, but I thought that was a great play.
Well, Putnam was the man putting the pressure on him, and the arm came forward, but he was hit first and then had the presence of mind to bring that arm forward and throw an incomplete pass.
Did a great job. Again, if they're putting pressure on Jones. So that young man has stood in there play after play. It's going to be interesting to see how this game unfolds if he can continue to take this kind of punishment.
A lot of pressure again. The pass is thrown to Mackey. Mackey is dancing into the end zone for a touchdown for the Port Sulphur Broncos.
It's a great touchdown play here. Mackey did a great job after the catch here to get into the end zone. And you look at it, and also his receivers are doing a great job downfield of blocking for him, freeing him up to get into that end zone.
Let's look at it again. Guidros will try the extra point. It's 13-7. There's one up in the air, and it looks no good. The official agrees. It's 13-7. The Broncos leading over the Tigers.
There's so much to love about the new 2002 Expedition, like a standard 4.6-liter V8 engine and seating for 9, plus a double 5-star government front crash test rating. With extensive standard features and so much more, Ford's got your ride. So see your Southern Quality Ford dealer today.
Welcome back to the Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic, the championship game in 1A. And you see the touchdown by Mackey.
Mackey did a good job of getting in there, but if you look at the type of plays in which Port Sulphur are running, they run a lot of crossing patterns, forcing Oak Grove to run with their speed. And this is the same kind of game that they had on last season in the quarterfinal round. They used their speed to their advantage, and Oak Grove was not able to catch up with it. Oak Grove has to do something here with this drive here and take it down the field and try to put some points on the board to slow down that momentum that Port Sulphur is slowly building up here, Dennis.
A 46-yard drive, 6 plays by Port Sulphur, 17-yard TD pass, Jones to Mackey. Mackey gets a little drink on the bench. Here is the kickoff by Guidros going down the field. And Newman has it. And Newman's racing across the 25, almost out to the 30, to the 28, and they sling him out of bounds right there. And making the tackle was Turner, who was going down the sideline, and for a moment, it looked like Newman could have some running room down the right sideline.
One block, and Newman is on his way to actually being in an open field position to score a touchdown here. But Dennis, I want to see if Coach Dalrymple is going to put the ball into Newman's hand here with this opening drive. He's their big play man, and it's going to be interesting to actually see how many times he's going to touch the ball this drive.
Well, the Tigers trail by 6 now. Here's the option play coming. There's the pitch out. Newman is spinning and twisting and going out to the 34 with it.
Yeah, we talked about Newman touching the football. In a big game like this, you know that young man is wanting that football down after down after down. He's tripped up here on the play, but he shows a lot of speed here and turning upfield. And if he can keep his feet, Dennis, he has another big opportunity.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. 13-7, Port Sulphur leads it over the Tigers of Oak Grove. What a great community they have up at Oak Grove. And tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Ruffin Building Systems. There is a Ruffin building for every purpose. Thank you, Ruffin Building Systems. And by Robinson's Grocery in Oak Grove. Go Lacey. And Gregory Farms, Randy, James, and Eddie. And also Pat. And by C&W Pawn Shop. For all your needs there, a great pawn shop in Oak Grove. And by the drugstore, David Najum and Neil Smith, registered pharmacists. They do a great job. And by Thams Construction, Callie Thams, the owner. Thank you, everybody, in that great town of Oak Grove. Thank you for helping us bring high school football to the state of Louisiana. It's the 1A state championship game. Oak Grove with the ball. Eric T. Newman looking for running room. He has it out to the 40, and he has a first down. And Eric, I was talking about what a great community they have at Oak Grove and down at Port Sulphur. What the wonderful people down that way in South Louisiana. South Louisiana against North Louisiana. Definitely. You have a North and South battle here, almost a civil war here going on here in the state of Louisiana. But Dennis, if you look at Eric, he's running the football. Newman is running the football very well here in this drive right here. And this is what you have to do in a state championship game. Give it to your big play people. Here's the pitch out to Newman. Newman's going to throw it. Left-handed, he fires it up in the air, and the ball is falling incomplete. He tried to get it to Kraft. Got a flag on the play, Dennis. Ragus was defending.
Eligible downfield, black.
Well, little unusual there, but I guess when they pitched it to the back, a lineman made it downfield, but it looked like Newman got rid of the ball very quickly, but still an ineligible receiver downfield.
Ineligible downfield.
Again,
on black.
to your big play.
That penalty is declined.
He's throwing the football, he's running the football, he's catching the football. So Port Sulphur has to be on the P's and Q's here in terms of knowing where Newman is located on the field.
It sets up a 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. They love their Tigers in Oak Grove, all in black. In the Superdome for the 1A state championship. There's Eric T. Newman. Now he has some running room. If he can get by that last tackler, he does get it to the 40, just short of the 40. And he has tremendous speed, looking for one block there, but a big run and a big first down for Oak Grove.
Oak Grove did a great job here. Port Sulphur is at the line of scrimmage with 8 on the line of scrimmage. Defense end is caught in what we call a no man's land. He has the opportunity to pitch the ball, and Eric Newman gets upfield. He trips down again. This young man here has a lot of speed, Dennis, like you said earlier.
Mackey got just enough of him to trip him and put him on the ground. First down for the Tigers. Here's the pass. Blown up in the air and caught inside the 10 in the end zone. Touchdown for Kraft and the Oak Grove Tigers.
Kraft did an outstanding job. He ran a post corner route. He had one-on-one coverage here, and it was a great coverage, but Kraft showed an outstanding concentration here. He showed great concentration of coming down with that ball and also breaking a tackle to possibly put Oak Grove back out in front. And this has been a shootout here.
That pass right on the money. Willie Pepmiller is going to try to give Oak Grove the lead. His kick is up in the air. It is good, and it's 14-13. The Tigers over the Broncos.
Yo, what the deal on the really real? Slept the crib zone, steady, ready for the field dash. Off the top, get a grip, it's on the pop, a flick of the wrist and twist. Irresistible, gotta hit you with the most flavorful. I'll drink to that wherever you're at. It's understood, no doubt, in my mind that life tastes good.
Let's look at it again.
Rollins did a good job here of setting his feet, and Kraft did his part in running that great post corner route. Here you look at the throw, great release, a nice spiral on the ball, and this is what you look for. But this is wanted right here, Dennis. He breaks the tackle here in the secondary and puts Oak Grove out in front.
And there he is, Montellis Kraft. Oak Grove to kick it off. Pepmiller will put a foot on it. The Tigers have the lead, and there is a low ball that is rolling and now being covered up at the 31-yard line by Port Sulphur. Manuel was the man who got on top of it from the 31. First down for the Broncos. Coach, what a wonderful event the Louisiana High School Athletic Association puts on each and every year here at the Superdome, and what a tremendous treat to the young men who have the opportunity to come down and play.
Definitely. I appreciate the sponsors. I think I can speak on behalf of all the coaches. This is an outstanding situation here for the young kids in the state of Louisiana to come out and play in the Superdome, and it is a super place to play if you have that opportunity to be here. And I appreciate the sponsors as well as everyone else, I'm pretty sure.
I said come down and play, but in Port Sulphur's case, they had to come up to play. And being from Baton Rouge, we say down, and here is a pass out to the left side that is going to be caught out there and caught for a nice gain on first down all the way up to the 45-yard line. Catching that football was Mackey, and tackling Mackey was Johnson and Pepmiller. The Louisiana coaches Association, the Louisiana High School Coaches Association. I know you're a member of that, and that's a great organization also.
Definitely. It's a great organization because you get an opportunity to be in a fraternity of gentlemen around the state. You get to converse with guys. You go to the different type of conferences you go to, and you pick the all-state teams, and it's just a great camaraderie for high school coaches in the state of Louisiana.
1st and 10 for the Broncos from the 45-yard line. Their fine quarterback, number 2, Jones, is wanting to throw. He pumps one time, and then he fires it deep down the field. There is a tip ball, and once again, that one was almost caught. Defending back there was Lance Tyson on the defense for the Tigers.
Tyson again, that's his 3rd or 4th tip here today, and Tyson does an outstanding job here of being in a one-on-one type situation. It's a lot of real estate ahead of him, but he stays with the receiver and gets a hand in there at the last second.
Ryan Gregory applied the pressure to the quarterback. 2nd down and 10. Wideouts all over the place. 4 men going out. And here is Jones keeping across midfield, across the 40. He's bumped out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Bumped out by Johnson. It's a 1st down for Port Sulphur.
Here you see Jones. He's not only showing his arm here today, he's showing that he has great escapability. Oak Grove is putting the rush on again. The front breaks down, and Jones, under pressure, he calmly tucks the football and picks up the 1st down for the Bronco team. That's tough to defend, Dennis, when you have a quarterback that can run and pass.
Well, it really is, and when you come in after him and run by him, then he has an opening, and he found one to the left side and got a big 1st down. With Eric Randall, the coach of Southern Lab, I'm Dennis McCain with my partner Rob Mushmak, who is down on the field. Here's a pass out there to the right side that is going to be caught, and a nice pass and a good catch out there. Bartholomew caught it, and Johnson knocked him down, but a good gain on 1st down for Port Sulphur.
Again, they're throwing the underneath passes, and this is what Johnson is going to have to do. He's going to have to make those receivers pay for the catch and not let them run around after the catch. Jones is going to complete some passes, but with those types of hits, those receivers are a little bit less subject to come across the middle full speed.
Port Sulphur up to the line of scrimmage. It gives them a lot of time to look at the defense. And here is a keeper by the quarterback. And down near a 1st down, Harden came in there and made the tackle just about at the 1st down marker.
They tried to spread out the Oak Grove defense here, but he stayed at home here and made an outstanding play. Brings up a 3rd down in a short situation, but it could have easily been a big gainer here for Jones.
3rd down and 1. You look at Coach Crutchfield, the fine head coach of the purple and gold Broncos, and just a sneak ahead. And a 1st down for the Broncos. The Louisiana High School Athletic Association would like to thank the Southern Quality Ford dealers, the Nokia Sugar Bowl, Gatorade, Baden, Louisiana Coca-Cola Bottling, Bank One, Health South, Reebok, Mushmak Photography, and Wendy's, fine sponsors of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. Tommy Henry, the commissioner, what an outstanding job he does with his staff.
I think they all do an outstanding job. They have a new location. I had some trouble trying to find it, but they do an outstanding job to make sure that these kids have a great opportunity and a great experience.
Here's Jones to Bartholomew. Bartholomew is inside the 15. He is down at the 13-yard line, and a nice gain on 1st down for the Broncos.
Here's just a simple quick out, quick flat route pattern here by Bartholomew. He gets to catch the football and beats the one-on-one, but he's wrapped up there and with what could have been a big gainer here.
2nd down in a good position to be in. 2nd down and just a long one to go for a 1st. And you can call a lot of plays
it's a good situation to be in if you're an offensive coordinator for Port Sulphur or any other coach. In a good field position here is second and a little over a yard.
The official throws a flag.
Timeout.
But
Port
he
Sulphur.
does not throw a flag. They call timeout before the flag is dropped, and so Port Sulphur has a timeout, and they'll go over and talk it over. 14-13, but the Broncos are driving.
Wendy's High School Heisman recognizes seniors who excel in scholarship, athletics, and citizenship.
Now let's meet our Wendy's High School Heisman State finalists.
Reagan Bolsama of Berwick, Tyler Lewis of Haynesville, Brittany Glazer of East Beauregard, and Joshua Jones of Boothville, Venice. For updates on the Wendy's High School Heisman program, tune into your local stations.
What a tremendous experience it is for young people to be able to come to New Orleans and experience these 2 days of football. You know, we ran into the nose guard, Ryan Gregory's friends last night as they were out at the hotel next to the Superdome, and they said be sure and talk about Ryan Gregory, talk about my brother, and he's doing a good job as nose guard right there in the middle. Gregory from the Gregory Farm stock in Oak Grove. Second down, 1 to go. Back in the shotgun. There's a pass way to the corner of the end zone. It's going to be caught out there, but there is a flag at the line of scrimmage. So we'll wait and check out the flag. Caught in the end zone, but the official will talk about it. Bartholomew caught the football, but let's check out the penalty.
Bartholomew did a good job of running a rail route. Outside receiver runs a slant, and he runs that out route. They've hit the out route several times on this drive alone, and here Bartholomew runs the flat route and turns it upfield for a touchdown.
But there is a hold on Port Sulphur and a penalty coming. Let's check out the call.
Holding on White, 10-yard penalty, replay the down.
Coach, that's the third touchdown that Port Sulphur has had called back today.
And Dennis, you cannot blow opportunities like this in the state championship game. It's obvious that Port Sulphur right now has got to work out some things here at the half to try to make sure that they can come out in the second half and take advantage of these situations.
From second down and 1 to second down and 11. Jones to throw. He fires it to a man who is trying to get the ball, and it's bouncing around and incomplete. And I've never, as long as I've been doing high school football, seen so many balls bounce around after they make contact with the receiver or the defensive man.
Right. We're seeing today a lot of great defensive back plays here today, and also we've seen a lot of tip balls because of this.
And balls that could be caught after they were tipped and have been several times, but once again up in the air and off the helmet of the man who was defending Pep Miller, and it falls incomplete and sets up a third and 11 for the Broncos. The Broncos from Plaquemines Parish, way down in South Louisiana. Here's a big rush and a pass that is caught. And the receiver is tackled by Danny Pardon. Will have to check out the penalty on the play.
Pardon made the knockdown, but Putman also put the pressure on Jones here to force him to get rid of the football. I think
legal shift, White
expected to. And there you have another penalty again against Port Sulphur.
An illegal shift that probably will be declined by Oak Grove.
Illegal shift on White. That penalty is declined. Fourth down.
They do refuse it. And so we'll have a fourth down situation coming. Fourth down and 14. Fourth down, big play. Here's the pass. Here's the rush. And the quarterback gets out and he throws it, and it's tipped and incomplete. Jones was trying to get it down the field, but Kitchens tipped it away, and it falls incomplete.
Kitchens has stepped up here. They've gone to him, to his side several times today, and here he comes up with a big play. I know this young man has to feel good about himself because Jones had a couple of guys open, but the type of pressure that was applied upon him up front forced him to get rid of the ball quicker than he had expected.
Let's look at it again as Jones rolls to his right.
Here again, you see Kitchen. He has to feel good about himself here. He's made a play. He's had an opportunity to put his hand on the football, and that builds confidence in a big game like we have here today.
The Tigers take over at their own 26. Here's a pitch out. Kraft is running. Kraft is down in the backfield. Nice tackle back there. As pulling him down was Guidros.
Guidros is on both sides of the ball today. He did a good job of patting his feet and not going for the fake in the open field and just coming up with the actual play, allowing Kraft to make a move first and then reacting.
6 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the first half, and it feels like we've almost played a whole football game. A lot of action in the Class 1A state championship game.
I think that this is what Louisiana High School state championship games are all about. And I think last night we had some good games, and today we're seeing nothing less.
Here's the option play. Newman, down he goes. He's kissed at the 26. Did the ball come loose? The official says first down for the Broncos. Port Sulphur gets the football, and jumping on it was Bartholomew, and the Broncos get it right back.
Bartholomew comes up with the actual takeaway, but Mackey, he laid a great hit on Eric Newman here, and I don't think that Eric Newman thought that this guy was going to come off this block as well as he did, and there you see him come up with a great, outstanding play. And also in that play is number 24, Merrick's. Merrick's is also there to make an outstanding hit as well.
There's a timeout on the field. The Tigers of Oak Grove call timeout. Let's go back now and look at the 1999 final between Oak Grove and Kentwood as we flash back as Oak Grove wins the state championship 33-15. That game was played in '99, and then the rematch in 2001, Oak Grove against Kentwood, and the Tigers surprising the Kangaroos under the tower in Kentwood, and the Tigers win it 34-18, and that's the reason they're here today.
And they did it. Oak Grove did an outstanding job of beating what I know firsthand, a good Kentwood team in Kentwood under the water tower, something that they're not accustomed to doing, losing at home. And you got to know that this team did not take the easy route of getting here. They beat Haynesville as well, so they deserve the right to be here to compete against Port Sulphur here today.
48 minutes to play in a football game, but a lifetime of memories for everybody involved. The executive committee of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association, what a wonderful job they do.
Yeah, they do a good job of also enforcing the rules and coming up with the rules, things that are going to help these kids and also help the coaches and to make it a honest, just play here in the high school ranks.
First down, 10 to go for Port Sulphur from the 27-yard line of the Tigers of Oak Grove. Here's the pass. It's complete. Bartholomew has it inside the 25. He has it down to the 22. You know, we looked at that game against Kentwood that Oak Grove won. They control the ball, Eric. 37 minutes of 48 minutes in the contest.
And that's unbelievable. I had the opportunity to go to that game and watch the actual game, and I tell you, they let that clock roll, but they also made plays, Dennis, and this is why they're here today. And I look for them to come up with some big plays.
Now they're defending, and there's a man open for a touchdown. Guidros has the football, and Port Sulphur grabs the lead with 5:09 to go in the first half.
Guidros here runs a quick delay. And I think that the cornerback here thought that I think Tyson thought that someone else had this guy, but he comes in late and tries to catch up, and it was too late as Jones leads him with the pass. Beautiful lead here. He's wide open.
In his purple and gold uniform, Guidros catches the football, and a good job by Jones of just lofting the ball up and letting Guidros run perfectly under it and catch it. And now flags are flying all over the field on the extra point.
Jones right now is doing a good job of throwing the ball inside.
We have a dead ball, illegal substitution on White,
he's got into a rhythm now that it's going to be hard to slow down here as the game progresses.
An illegal substitution on Port Sulphur. Puts the ball back at the 9-yard line, or at the 8-yard line, and that is where Port Sulphur will attempt the extra point.
Yes, I think they're going to go for 2 here.
Port Sulphur leads by 5. They're going to try to get it to 7 with a 2-point conversion. Here's a big rush and a throw to the end zone that is caught for 2 points, but once again there is a flag on the field.
Dennis, but if you look at this play, I know it's coming back. We have a flag on the play. If you look at it, it's a little delay route where you bring the 2 outside receivers across the middle of the field, and he just delayed, hoping that that cornerback would bite on the slant pattern a little bit. And here, he outruns him to the corner here and picks up the 2-point conversion, but it's coming back.
On White, 6 men on the line of scrimmage, replay the down.
Well, that's at least 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion that have been called back on Port Sulphur.
And we're going to see if that's going to be the determining factor here as the game goes on and late in the game. Will this come back to hunt Port Sulphur, and will this be the determining factor for Oak Grove pulling off a great year?
Well, they're going for 2. Backed up with 2 penalties. There's a throw and a tip ball and incomplete. The 2-point conversion's no good. Dooley breaks it up, 19-14. The Broncos have moved ahead of the Tigers from Oak Grove.
You, my friend, possess a wealth of knowledge. Isn't it about time you profited from it? At Hibernia, we'll ask questions. You'll have answers. And with our depth of experience, we'll turn those answers into opportunities. So talk to us. Hibernia, where service matters.
Here's the pass for a touchdown that was perfectly lofted up in the air by Jones. I like to see a quarterback do that when he has a receiver open. Instead of trying to just gun it in there on the line, he just lofted it up and made an easy catch for Guidros when he got to it.
You're absolutely right. In a game of this magnitude, you talk about if you drill that ball in there, yeah, you may hit him on the numbers, but here's a guy that's wide open, given the opportunity to run under the football, to cradle that ball in, and to secure a touchdown. That's what good quarterbacks do, and you see a good one out here today. As well as in Rollins, he's done a good job as well throwing the football. But they're going to have to get something going here. We have 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and I'm pretty sure they're going to give it back to Newman here.
The drive, 27 yards on 2 plays. A touchdown pass, Eric T. Newman to the 30, to the 31. Mackey made the tackle. He was assisted by Turner. The cheerleaders and the band from Port Sulphur.
Dennis is not very many of them, but they're making some noise here for the Bruthy team on here to victory.
Oak Grove back on the offense. The pass out to the left side out there is going to be caught by Kraft. And Kraft on first down is going to pick up about 5 yards, maybe 6.
It's a good catch right here by Kraft. Kraft did a good job. This is what good receivers do. This makes the difference between a good receiver and an average receiver right here. You talk about he knew that he couldn't catch the ball and get yards after the catch, but he goes down and secures the ball like good ones do. And now you look at a situation of 2nd and 5, 4, and this is a good situation to be in.
2nd down and 4 for the Tigers. All in black and trailing now by 5. The man in motion and the pitch to Newman. There he goes, Eric T. Newman. He is stretching it out in the end zone. Touchdown for the Tigers.
Eric Newman goes about 63 yards here on a touchdown sprint. You had guys with angles, and he just showed the speed here, Dennis. The safety had a good opportunity of maybe catching him on an angle, but he stretches it out. He stretches his legs here and goes all the way for a 63-yard touchdown.
He's very dangerous, and all day he has needed just one block to get it going, and he could have taken that one all the way home. Go Grove. He did take it to the end zone. Here's the extra point. Up in the air. It is good. Our score now, the Tigers 21, Sulphur 19. The 1A state championship game in the Superdome.
She's back. Oh my God, here she comes. Pepsi presents Britney Spears, December 16th, New Orleans Arena. Plus special guest, LFO. Britney's coming home to New Orleans for the last date of her U.S. tour. Tickets are on sale now. Britney Spears.
63 yards. Eric T. Newman down the sideline for a touchdown.
Here again, you see him turn on the afterburners, and no one is going to catch Eric Newman here. He's one of the fastest guys in the state, and he showed why, because he's one of the best running backs in the state as well. Number 73 Kitchens also did a fine job of sealing off that linebacker that would have had an opportunity to make the tackle, and Eric just outran him. I think he'd outran him anyway.
This kickoff is bouncing around and still on the ground. And who got it? The Tigers say they do. And the official agrees. And Oak Grove has it at the 24. Cagle got the football.
Cagle did a fine job of hanging in there and staying with that pigskin as it bounced around. And this is why they say this oblong football is a hard piece of equipment to pick up once it gets to bouncing around, Dennis. It's anyone's ball. You have to make sure you secure that football, and poor Sulphur didn't secure it, and Oak Grove did, and they're in great position here to go up big here right before the half.
On first down, there's a fumble, and did it go over to the other side there, unpiling the players there, and no sign yet. Oak Grove got it.
Oak Grove dodged the bullet here. They had a great opportunity here to go up big. They fumbled the snap. I don't know, Dennis.
Well, the picture tells the story. Two men fighting for the ball. And the official says that they both had it. And so they keep it with the offense from the 25. Rollinson is handing off straight ahead to Sullivan. And Sullivan is down to about the 22, and he has 2 yards, setting up a 3rd and 8.
Here to give it to the fullback, right up the middle to Sullivan. Sullivan is doing a good job now. I think that Oak Grove now is in a mode that they're going to actually actually start to wear down that defensive front of Port Sulphur and keep the offense off the field.
The clock is ticked down to 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go until halftime in a very long first half. And here's a pitch back to Newman. Newman has company in the backfield. Now he has a swarming Bronco defense. And down he goes at the 38-yard line for a big loss.
Great play here. You see great pursuit by the Port Sulphur Broncos here. A couple of guys missed him early on, but the pursuit is what makes the difference here. You talk about guys running to the football, reminds me of Texas A&M. They talk about the 12th man being on the field here. It seems that way when you have guys pursuing to the football like they did on this last play.
3 or 4 men got him that time. Williams and Sullivan finally polished him off, but it was Guidros who got in there and slowed him. And now we have a 4th down coming, and the Tigers will go for it. And here's a pass way out to the left side. The ball is going to be intercepted and then brought back out of the end zone across the 20, across the 30, and then out of bounds. Intercepting the football was Ragus, and he brought it back for Port Sulphur to the 33-yard line, it looks like.
Ragus did a fine job of staying with that football. The ball is a little bit overthrown here, but I think that Kraft needs to become a defensive back here and knock that football down and give his team the opportunity to line down one more time with the football. But Ragus comes up with the ball, runs it out 30 yards. He's going to give him good field position. You talk about kids making decisions, Dennis. If he'd have nailed that ball in the end zone, he got it at the 20, but he saw that he had a lot of real estate in front of him, and he brings it out 13 yards past the spot where he would have had the football.
And if he would have knocked it down, it would have returned to the line of scrimmage. There's a ball up in the air and falling incomplete with just 1:38 to go until halftime.
Pep Miller did a good job of coming up. I think that the tight end heard footsteps on the last play. A lot of times we talk about footsteps, and they know what's coming after the footsteps. A big collision here. Manuel turned his head away from the ball at the last second.
2nd and 10 for the Broncos from their own 33, and Jones throws the ball in traffic, and it falls incomplete. 3 Tigers in the vicinity, 3 or 4 Broncos, and we have an injury on the field.
That's going to be number 42 for Oak Grove here. Kitchens again comes up with another play. I think that was Kitchens on the play anyway. Let's take a look at the play. Kitchens is right in there to help break up that pass play. And Kitchens has really played football here in the second half, and this is what he's going to have to do. Dennis, when you look at that last play, too, you had 5 guys in the same area. It makes me wonder, did they run the right pattern? And that ball was pretty much up for grabs.
But Joshua Mackey took a spill, and he's still on the ground and hurt and getting some attention. And now he gets up and is limping off the field, and he has had a very active night for Port Sulphur.
He's been a big weapon on offense and also on defense for Port Sulphur. Port Sulphur, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to replace this kid, because he's done so much here in the second half. It seems to be his knee. He grabbed his knee when he went down. But the type of play that we talked about earlier, this is what Kitchens and the rest of the defensive backs are going to have to do, knock those kids down, receivers down before and after the catch.
From the 33-yard line, it's a 3rd and 10 situation for the Broncos. And Jones is back all by himself in the backfield, gets the direct snap, and then he is being pressured, and he throws it out there with his left hand. You're going to get intentional grounding on this ball.
Oak Grove has applied pressure all day long, Dennis, but here they get to him and forces Jones to do something I know that his coach Crutchfield don't want to see at this particular time.
Intentional grounding on White. That's a 5-yard penalty, spotted the foul, and loss of down.
Well, the only way he could get rid of it was to transfer it from his right hand to his left. And he did that, and then he just threw it away out there. But it's a penalty for intentionally grounding the ball, and that carries a loss of down with it.
Brings up a punting situation for poor Sulphur. I think this is the first time they've punted today.
Eric T. Newman is deep.
Here you see Josh Mackey being attended to on the sideline, checking out his knee to see if he's able to come back and try to help his team to a victory.
There's the punt. Newman calls a fair catch, and he catches it at the 45. Great field position with 1:20 to go until halftime. Oak Grove back on the offense.
Mack is going to try to make his way back out onto the field. We see him making his way up to the coaching box and asking the coaches, can he get back in? And he's going to come back in, Dennis. Mackey is back into the ball game. It seems to be okay, and that's always a plus when we get those kids back in the game.
First down for the Tigers from the 45. They lead by 2, 21-19. They would like to add to it before halftime. Here's a scrambling quarterback, Rawlinson, being knocked down back at the 49-yard line for a loss of 4 on first down.
Dennis, Mackey has a bruise. He hit his knee coming down on a helmet. He's going to try and go. If he keeps having pain, they're going to take him in and get an x-ray, but right now he's going to try and go with it. They wrapped it up, and he's going to go with it. Back to you.
Thank you, Rob, from the 43. Third down, 8 to go. And the pass is being fired out to Newman and almost caught out there, but defended very well by Mackey, who is back in the game. That's a good matchup, those two young men.
That's 2 consecutive plays that Coach Dalrymple has gone at Mackey. But Mackey has showed that, hey, I'm okay. I had a little nick, and I'm ready to play football. He makes a pretty good play here on the ball and forces Newman to not catch the football here on that play.
It's a fourth down situation with 26 seconds to go. And Oak Grove has elected to punt the ball, and they send their punter, Pep Miller, into the game. Nobody back for Port Sulphur, and there's a high snap. Pep Miller gets it away, and this one will just bounce at the 10, go inside the 5, and then will be killed down there by Oak Grove. They'll put it back at the 3 as the clock ticks down to 14 seconds.
The punt coverage did a good job of hustling down to stop that ball right inside the 2-yard line. You would have to think that Port Sulphur is probably going to take a knee on this football, or quarterback sneak it just to move it up and run the clock out, and talk about some things here at the half.
Well, Mitch Small from the Louisiana High School Athletic Association was in a few moments ago, and they've done a great job. We want to say it again. Max Chauvin, B.J. Gazzarda, and of course all of the staff under the direction of Tommy Henry. What an outstanding job they have done in putting this event together in the Louisiana Superdome. And they'd like to thank their sponsors: Southern Quality Ford, the Nokia Sugar Bowl, Gatorade, Baden, Coca-Cola, Bank One, Health South, Reebok, Mushmack, and Wendy's. And Port Sulphur will just kneel on the ball there. Fort Sulphur will take it to halftime as the clock will run out. And that will end the first half with the Tigers of Oak Grove and the Fort Sulphur Broncos playing an exciting first half of football. The Tigers lead it at halftime at 21-19. And when we come back, we'll have halftime festivities, and we'll go down there now to the floor of the Louisiana Superdome for all of the exciting festivities that always occur at halftime in the 1A state championship game and all of the state championship games in the Louisiana Superdome.
For your halftime entertainment today, the Oak Grove Tiger Kittens.
Welcome back to the Louisiana Superdome with my partner tonight, Eric Randall, the fine coach of the Southern Lab Kittens. I'm Dennis McCain. It's 21-19 at halftime. Oak Grove leading over the Port Sulphur Broncos. But Coach, this Oak Grove team a little bit different than we've seen during the season, because usually they're running the football, controlling the clock. Tonight they're putting it up in the air.
They're definitely doing an outstanding job of mixing up what we thought would be a running game, but they're putting in some pass plays, and they're actually hitting those pass plays, which is making them a two-threat offense here tonight. And the defense is not playing bad as well. So I look to see a lot more action here in the second half, like we saw in the first.
Well, let's take a very fast break right now and thank some of the sponsors that are helping us bring this telecast to everybody in Port Sulphur. The Port Sulphur Ace Hardware stores, CSF Construction down in Port Sulphur, also Delta Tire and Automotive. And down in Port Sulphur, Jimmy Gailey from State Farm Insurance and Mark Treadaway, Builders Incorporated, and Keepsake Bridal and Tuxedo Shop down in Port Sulphur. And in Oak Grove, Ruffin Building Systems, Robinson's Grocery, Gregory Farms in Oak Grove, and C&W Pawn Shop, the drugstore, BAM's Construction. Thank you, everybody, for helping us bring this telecast to everybody around the state. And there is one that is bouncing and being picked up and then running by Newman. It'll be brought back, but it is going to be in possession of the Oak Grove Tigers. And once again, a big break for the Tigers as they roll the ball down the field and they get a nice bounce, and the Tigers have the football.
Definitely a great break for the Oak Grove Tigers here. If you think back at the coin toss, Port Sulphur elected to receive the second half option, and they wind up playing defense in both halves.
Well, the official puts the ball at the 42-yard line, and that is where Oak Grove will play it. 1st and 10, they're leading by 2, and Rollinson has to keep the football, and he gets maybe 1. The play did not materialize, and so Rollinson just kept it, and he took it around the left side or over the left side and got about a yard.
Not much room for Rollins there. Defense end stayed at home here on the play, which brings up right now possibly a 2nd and 10. Look for the Tigers, but they still have good positions, good field position here, Dennis.
2nd down, a long 9 to go for the Tigers. There's a handoff on a dive play, and fighting with the football and moving it down the field for about 3 or 4 yards. At that time, over the left side was Sullivan.
There you have Sullivan. They run it right now, 1-2 punch inside, outside. Look to see something on the outside here, maybe to Newman, either in the form of a pass or the option play, which has worked so well for Oak Grove here tonight.
3rd down and 7 to go for the Tigers. Just a dive that last time. A game that has seen a lot of passes, but a rugged game as the two teams are going at each other. Here's the option play. Rollinson keeping the Broncos have him, and down he goes at the 36, and he'll be short of the 1st down by about 5.
He definitely will be short here of the 1st down, but it's a good decision here. The defensive end strung the option out. He missed the tackle. Rollins broke that tackle here, and he still didn't pick up enough to put him in position, I think, to actually pick up this 1st down or to go for maybe a fake punt or something of that nature. I think they're going to come out here and maybe go for it then.
Well, that's Eric T. Newman way back in a running position. Rollinson is throwing, and he throws complete. He has a receiver who has the football, and catching the ball that time was Haney. He caught it for the Tigers, and he got a 1st down around the 20.
Haney has been quiet tonight. They've ran that option all night long here, Dennis, and all of a sudden now the tight end, that cornerback is going to sleep, falling asleep, luring him to sleep, and he comes up with the big 1st down play. That's a converted 4th down situation there, and that's big in this championship ball game here today.
And at the end of the play, a personal foul against Port Sulphur.
Also, Dennis, you have to think, you think about Coach Dalrymple. He has been here before. I had the opportunity last year being here. I thought that, I look back at that game tape where I thought that Red Franklin did a lot of different things to take advantage of a young coach, and this is probably the situation we're going to see here today. Will the experience override the talented Port Sulphur and the inexperienced coaching staff of Port Sulphur here today?
Sullivan has the football over the left side, but the Broncos have him, and down he goes, a gain of 1 on first down. Second down, it is goal to go. They cannot make a first down. It is goal to go at the 9 for the Tigers. Both teams well coached. Coach Vic Dalrymple and Cyril Crutchfield. And some fine young men on the football field in 1A for the state championship. Here's an option play. Rollinson has the ball, but he only has a yard on second down. It'll bring up a third down and 8 to go for the black-shirted Tigers of Oak Grove. Rob Mushmack is down on the field.
Yeah, thank you, Dennis. Talk with both coaching staffs coming out the locker room. The game plans they think are good ones. They're going to stick with it. The Port Sulphur staff just wants their guys to relax, Dennis, and quit making the penalties. You know, they've had 2 touchdowns called back tonight. They feel like they're in a good position. They ought to be ahead, so they'll stick with what they came here with. Back to you guys.
Well, right now they're defending Port Sulphur, attacking the Tigers of Oak Grove. Wallinson is the man who is calling the signals with 2 men back, and here's a shovel pass and a tackle being made, and down goes the ball carrier Johnson, who had it, but a big charge by Leo Bartholomew, and down goes Johnson, and he will be knocked down at the 9-yard line, and we'll have a 4th and 9 coming up, but a good job that time by Bartholomew.
Great play call in here. The play is there, but this is a great individual effort right here by Bartholomew to run that play down from the opposite side and possibly stop a touchdown run here. That's a great play. They ran it earlier in the first half. They picked up great yardage here. Also, if you look at the play, they're going to double team number 12, Eric Newman.
They're going for it. Here's a pass. It is almost intercepted, and now is intercepted as the ball bounces out, and a big run going down the sideline. And now Port Sulphur will have it, and they'll have it out past the 40-yard line. It was Merricks who got the ball, but again on a tip out there, he got the football as it was bounced around by one defender, and then Merricks grabbed it out of the air and got it over the 40 to the 42.
The receiver Kraft stretched the defensive back out very wide here, almost giving away, hey, I'm going to run a slant pattern here. And he did a fine job, Merricks, of stepping up in front of the pass and intercepting and bringing it back for a great return as well.
Regas was the man who deflected the ball, and I thought for a moment he was going to intercept it on the run, but he did knock it into the air, and Merricks got it. And now Port Sulphur has the football in great field position at the 42-yard line, and here comes a man in motion, and Jones to throw. Jones is scrambling to the right, and he's being chased, and he fires it down the field, and he has a man down there, Guidros, who catches the football inside the 35 at the 32, and Jones threw a rocket that time.
Jones threw a rocket, but he paid for it, and this is what the good quarterbacks do. They stand in there, they know they're going to get hit, but hey, I'll take the completion for the team. Watch at the end here, Dennis. Great lick by Oak Grove, but he also completed the pass, Jones, as well. Great hit by Johnson there.
From the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the white-shirted Port Sulphur Broncos with their purple numbers outlined in gold to match their gold pants. And Jones has a man in motion, and there's the shovel pass, and he gives it out to Bartholomew. Bartholomew has it inside the 30. He's at the 27, and he has 5 yards on first down before Pep Miller makes the tackle for the Tigers.
Here's Coach.
And a new man in the ball game. That time, quarterbacking is now out. And so Jones comes back in.
Did a great job of running what Oak Grove has had much success with.
Second down and 5. Here's the snap, and Jones to throw. Jones is scrambling. He throws it and just flips it over the middle of the field. And that one is too high and incomplete.
On this last play, Oak Grove, I think they've went into the locker room. They've changed up some of their strategy on the defensive front in terms of keeping Jones in the pocket. Here you see the defenders up front keeping Jones inside the pocket, and this is what they have to do. The defensive backs are doing a good job at this time of covering the receivers, and this is what they have to do up front, is contain Jones.
The receiver fell down. It looked like interference at first glance, but he fell and the ball was over his head. Here's a big charge in the backfield, and the quarterback just throws it out there. Jones does, and now we're going to have a flag thrown and intentional grounding coming up again against Jones in Port Sulphur.
Putnam did a great job. I think that Jones felt that he was going to be out in coverage, but he comes on a hard rush. Watch Putnam, he comes on a hard rush here and forces Jones to make an inadvertent throw here. Which causes his team a penalty here.
The loss of down makes it 4th down and 22. But no punt formation for the Broncos as Jones is standing back in the shotgun and waiting for the snap with 4 wide receivers out to the left, and a flag is dropped before the play can get underway.
Maybe illegal procedure here on the play, Dennis. We'll wait to hear from the official.
Dead ball. Approach it. Black.
In the neutral zone.
Dennis, if you watch the front 4 and 5 at times of Oak Grove, they're trying to get that head start. And the guy that was offsides, number 41, Putnam, again, he's trying to get that rush on the tackle here and get upfield to try to apply some pressure on Jones to force him to do some things that he's not accustomed to doing.
It's a 4th now and 17 situation. Makes it just a little bit easier for Port Sulphur. They went for it before. You know they'll go for it here from the 39. And once again, the same formation as Jones is back. He has 4 men out to the left, and he's looking over the middle and throwing the ball too high, trying to get it down there to Bartholomew. Oak Grove is held, and the Tigers will take over at their own 39.
Dennis, I know we've had a ball game here today where 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20, and we've seen 1st and 30 where the guys have picked up the first down. But here you talk about a championship ball game. You're only down by 2 points. Let's think about field position here. You talk about making a guy march 80 yards versus right now we have a situation where he has to only go 61 yards to score a touchdown here or maybe get a field goal.
In the first half, Port Sulphur had 9 penalties for 82 yards. No penalties on Oak Grove. There's a handoff, and look at Newman. There he goes, Eric T. flying to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Dennis, and again, you have a situation here where Regis could have had an opportunity to pick that guy up if he had to have gone maybe 80 yards or 90 yards, and he just ran out of gas. But again, that's Eric Newman. He's a tough guy to run down anyway.
Well, that time he took it straight up the middle.
Great
and watch him
call.
accelerate right here and then just fly down the middle of the field to the end zone. A good look at him. He's getting acceleration every step. It's a touchdown for the Tigers. The extra point is up in the air, and it is good. It is 28 now for the Tigers, 19 for the Broncos, the Class 1A state championship game in the Crescent City.
River
Riverwalk Marketplace stretches along a half-mile of the famous Mississippi waterfront, and the shops are as unique as the setting. There is nothing like this anywhere else in the world. The aroma of sizzling Cajun cooking and spicy Creole flavors fills the air as you approach the Bonfet Food Court. Riverwalk is all about taste. Open 7 days a week between the Aquarium of the Americas and the Convention Center.
Join all your friends at the river.
Let's look at it one more time, and you see the big hole open up in the middle.
Here you see that wing T type offense. Eric Newman comes up directly up the middle of the field for a great 60-plus yard run here. Look at those linemen up front. They're sealing off the blockers, and Eric does the rest.
Well, they got a linebacker moving in the wrong direction, and Eric T. Newman took it to the house, 61 yards, a one-play drive with Coach Eric Randall from Southern Lab High School in Baton Rouge. I'm Dennis McCain. Rob Mushmack is down on the field, and there's the kickoff. Fort Sulphur will start as they get the kickoff and run it back. Abney is the man who has the ball, and he's knocked down at the 24-yard line. That's where the Broncos will put it in play.
Dennis,
Lancaster on the tackle.
Dennis, let's take a look at the offense and defensive fronts for both teams. We talked at half about the platooning of where Oak Grove platoons, and a lot of kids from Port Sulphur go both ways. You would have to take a look at to see if the front line on both sides of the football are beginning to wear down.
An electrifying run by Eric T. Newman from Oak Grove, 28-19. The Tigers lead it. The clock is ticked down to 6:09 to go, and a flag is being thrown, and the delay of game could be coming here against the Broncos.
I think that's what it is, Dennis, delay of game.
Dead ball, delay of game.
J. Jones
White.
had a receiver wide open. I think they came out with a little different formation, and Oak Grove was not exactly ready to line down and defend the Broncos on this last possession, and Jones took the delay of game.
Well, you get a good look there at Vic Dalrymple, and before the look at him, you saw Crutchfield, Port Sulphur, from their own 19-yard line. Now with a man in motion, the shovel pass to that man across the 30, and out across the 35-yard line is Bartholomew, and he has a first down, or right at it, for Port Sulphur.
Bartholomew picks up a plus 10 yards on this play. Great shuffle pass here. Guard pulls out and seals the block on the end, and Bartholomew makes a great run after the block that he receives up front.
Lance Tyson hustled over to knock him out of bounds, but not before. Bartholomew had a first down at the 35. Jones again with a man in motion in the backfield by himself and wanting to throw, and he does throw it over the middle to a man who is open. Bartholomew inside the 20, inside the 10, in the end zone. Touchdown, Port Sulphur.
An outstanding throw, Dennis. Just a post route down the middle of the field. Bartholomew catches the football off the fingertips and outruns the coverage.
Well, the Broncos needed that one. They answered the touchdown by Newman. A spectacular play right over the middle, and look at the fine throw by Terrence Jones.
Terrence Jones throws a bullet in, and Bartholomew catches it, and look at him run. He's looking behind him and makes a great cut here at the end to walk into the end zone. This is big, Dennis. They needed this type of burst to come back.
They're going for two. They're trailing 28-25, and the pass is too high and no good. 28-25, 5:53 to go in the third quarter.
Are you ready for Creed? VH1 presents Creed, the return of a great American band. January 24th at New Orleans Arena. Creed with special guests. Tickets are now on sale. Creed's new CD, Weathered, is in stores now. Don't miss Creed, a Beaver production. Seek and you shall find.
Welcome back to the Louisiana Superdome. Here's a look again at the touchdown pass. And a touchdown for the Broncos, and they cut the lead to 3. A good look at that very fine player of Port Sulphur. 76-yard drive on 2 plays. A 65-yard TD pass, Jones to Bartholomew.
It's very difficult to get a passing game down with the timing, and you can tell that Coach Crutchfield does an excellent job in maybe the off-season in preparing these kids with the timing.
Here's Kraft with the football. The flag is thrown. Kraft is down at the 28.
Holding, Black on the run back, 15-yard penalty, first down. Correction, 10-yard penalty.
A 10-yard penalty for holding on this play. It was Arthur Kraft with the ball, number 2. And the hold coming right about there. 10-yard penalty coming up on Oak Grove, and this is a very important series of downs because the Tigers still have the lead by 3. But Port Sulphur, you know, would love to dig in.
I tell you, it's almost a clipping penalty there. Almost instead of having 10 yards marked off, you could have almost possibly had a 15-yard penalty assist. There's no need for that.
Here's a pass coming, and a long one down the field and overthrown. Trying to get it out there to Montellis Kraft. Rollinson was, but the ball was overthrown and well covered.
Great coverage on the play. Again, they're trying to go to Kraft to keep him involved. They've ran the ball successful all day. The last touchdown was a long run. And here you see Coach Dale Ripple mixing it up with a little play action pass, faking the dive in and trying to go deep, maybe catching the defensive backs falling asleep.
Darson Ragas was covering back there for the Port Sulphur Broncos. Second down. And an option play, and they give it to Newman. They pitch it to him, and Newman is out to the 17, and he is very rudely knocked to the ground by a hard-charging Guidros out there.
Great pursuit on the play, and this is how you arrive to the ball with a bad attitude right here. Good job by the cornerback, and actually making the play.
From the 17-yard line. 3rd down and 7 to go for Oak Grove. They're all in black tonight. The Tigers in black headgear, black shirts and black pants. Here's a throw to a receiver, Newman, that is wide of the mark and incomplete and into the bench of Oak Grove. And the Broncos have held. Joshua Mackey was defending back there.
Mackey did a fine job of defending. Here you bring up a 4th down situation. You have to make sure that you get the punt down, the snap down, and get a good punt off to try to force the Broncos into at least a 50-plus yard drive if they're going to score.
Well, there's the punt out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. The officials still running down the field to the 36-yard line, and finally he stops, and that's where Port Sulphur will have it, and they'll have it in great position.
Great field position. Oak Grove did a lot of things different on that last drive. They went away from what they've been successful with here early in the ball game. They came out and threw the ball. And now they're with the backs up against the wall. The Broncos have great field position here at the 36-yard line.
Well, Coach Dalrymple looking on with his arms folded and hoping his Tigers can stop the Broncos right here from the 36-yard line. Jones has the ball. Here's a big charge. The screen pass being set up out to the right side, and a big run going out that way as Mackey has the football, and he has it inside the 15-yard line all the way down to the 14. Kitchens finally got him, but that play was well executed and very nicely set up by the Broncos.
A great screen play, a good time to call it. They have a big rush on this first down play, and here Mackey receives the ball. And look at the lineman upfield. You just look at him get upfield, shakes a tackler here, and the linemen are what make the play go on any screen play, and here you see why.
First down from the 14, 1st and 10 for Port Sulphur. Incomplete, the ball is knocked down.
It's a good job by Kitchens knocking that ball down the line of scrimmage. The receiver was open. This is big for Kitchens. He's played a heck of a ball game here throughout from the second quarter on, and he secures a situation here where they have to line down again versus going into the end zone.
Well, it's a very tough-nosed football game being played in the trenches, and here's a quarterback draw developing, and it won't develop because on the tackle was Cagle. Warren Cagle stepped in there. He stayed at home, and he made the tackle.
Cagle has stayed at home all day today. This is the second time that I can remember where he's defended the quarterback draw very, very well with a blocker on him. Here you see him comes off the block and makes the tackle on Jones.
The Tigers shut it down on the right side. Third down now and 12 for the Broncos. They trail 28-25 in a big play in the third quarter with 3:29 to go. Here's a pass to a man that is open out there, and it's incomplete, maybe deflected a little bit in the end.
I think it was deflected. If not deflected, Dennis, I tell you what, his presence made the difference of this kid catching the football, going into the end zone, or what just took place.
Bennett was the man that was back there, Jeff Bennett, number 23. And let's see if he got a piece of it. Yep, yeah, he did. Just a fingertip on the ball.
And that's all you need in this game, Dennis, is a fingertip on the ball. That's a great play. Great play by Dennis.
All right, the Broncos will try a field goal. Guidros is in. A 33-yard attempt to tie the game. There's the kick. It's low. It's sailing. And it is, well, the officials are looking at each other, and they say good.
Let's take a look at this one.
The Port Sulphur kick was good, but the Oak Grove crowd doesn't agree. They think it went under the bar.
And both officials were right. They were looking at each other, and they're the only two that can actually.
But let's wait a minute. Now they're huddling again at the 10, and let's see what they call.
That's good.
It is good, and a great call by the officials. My goodness, how close was that when it was coming down? Look at them look at each other. And we have tremendous officials in the state of Louisiana, and both agree it's good, and that's the way you do it. You talk it over.
That's right. You talk it over. They looked at each other. They conferenced a second about it before they made a quick call. And I tell you what, Dennis, I saw the Port Sulphur place kicker warming up earlier before the ball game, and this is the type of kick they were working on, and he missed quite a few. But this is why we have warm-up periods where you can work on those things that you expect to, those situations where you expect to be in during the game. And we have a tied ball game here with 3:16 in the third game. Without it.
You see Guidros waiting to see what the officials call, and he says, yes, it's good. And it's 28-28. We are exactly even. That's the way we started. .316 to go. There's the kickoff. And there's Kraft with it. He's out of bounds. The 23, Rob Mushmak, said he had a great view of it, and it barely cleared the bar. Less than a foot, but good, and it ties the game.
Talk about this, that 3 points is big, Dennis. You tie the ball game up, and it was a heck of a kick. Just cleared the crossbar, and we have an all-time ball game right now, 28-28.
Ragus made the tackle on the kickoff. First down for the Tigers. The Oak Grove Tigers in from North Louisiana. And with the football with 3:10 to go in the third quarter, here's the option play. Newman with it. Newman's looking for running room. Newman is out to the 31. Ragus has him just over the 30-yard line. A gain on first down of about 7 yards.
Now Oak Grove is going back to what they're a little bit more comfortable with here. Rollins does a good job of reading the option, and Eric turns up the football, gets north and south pretty well here. It's a great pickup, brings up about 2nd and 4. But Ragus does a fine open field tackle.
Second down and 3, and a handoff and a plunge by Sullivan. First down. Manuel makes the tackle, but Sullivan has a Tiger first down.
That's that inside, outside 1-2 punch by the Oak Grove offensive unit here, and you see those linemen opening up holes for those running backs to run through.
Well, a new man hustles into the game for the Tigers. Number 5, Henderson, is in there now. Newman is the back that is getting the football, looking for running room, but he can't find it.
Nothing there on first down. The poor Sulphur front 5 did a good job of clogging up the hole, giving the running back Newman no place to go.
Second down. He did get 2 on the play. You see the front wall on the defensive line of Port Sulphur making the tackle, led in there by several tacklers, including Joseph Henry, number 63. Second down and a long 7. There's the pitch to Newman. Newman to the outside. Newman's trying to get a first down, and he's right at the sticks.
Dennis, this is a counter option, which catches the weak side defensive end off guard here. Rollins takes it to the end, does a fine job, and Eric Newman picks up a good gain on second down.
LHSAA stepped out of bounds.
I think it's going to be
about 1 short of the stick. Mackey escorted him out of bounds. Third down and 1. 1:16 to go in the third quarter. This is the 1A state championship in the great state of Louisiana, where we all love our football, and we especially love high school football. Rollinson keeps it, and he's close to a first down. The official stops the clock to look at it.
It's going to be close here. It's going to be close. They may bring out the chains. Notice official signals, first down.
1st and 10, a good-looking drive thus far by Oak Grove. The clock starts back, and it's ticked down to just 1 minute to go in the third quarter.
Dennis, do you think we'll see what last week in the semifinals by Oak Grove, working that clock, working the clock?
There's Rollinson to throw. Over the middle, he throws it. He has it up in the air, and the ball is tipped and incomplete. It falls to the ground. They were trying to get it to Montellis Kraft. Rollinson was, but it was just overthrown.
Kraft has really impressed me here today with his running routes and also his concentration. He stays with the football and almost comes up with a big grab.
There's a man down on the field for the Broncos. And we have a break in the action. See if we can pick up his number. Coach Eric Randall of Southern Lab with me, Dennis McCain, Rob Mushmack down on the field, and Rob says it's Leo Bartholomew, number 89, who is limping off the field.
He has played an outstanding game, and with the defending of the option here today, this is possibly a big loss for the defensive line for Port Sulphur. Let's see what Coach Dalrymple does on this next play in terms of maybe going to that same place where Bartholomew left.
Here's a big charge and a roll to the right and a pass down the field that is overthrown, but Wallinson did a good job that time, Coach, in rolling out and throwing the ball away and avoiding a sack.
I think we're going to pick up a penalty here on the play. We may have an ineligible receiver downfield. When you run the shuffle pass, it's a pass that's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, and your lineman can go downfield in that case. But here you throw a forward pass, and you talk about we had several linemen down the field.
Downfield for Black.
That's
that
what we have.
Penalty is declined. Third down.
Rob Mushmack is over on the bench trying to get a report on Bartholomew. Manuel and Bartholomew down on the bench. We'll get a report in a moment. Third down. There's a pass that is deflected up in the air and intercepted. And a big run coming down the sideline, and maybe a touchdown. If he can beat one man, he cannot, but he has the ball. Mackey inside the 10 at the 8-yard line, and the Broncos have it. First and goal.
There's another tip ball and another tip caught football here. Mackey did a good job of hanging with that ball, and I thought that he would get into the end zone there, Dennis. But Rollins did a good job of running him down, saving that would-be touchdown.
Eric Mackey intercepted the ball and got it inside the 10. And he got it to the 9. Well, the interception apparently has pumped up the bench because Rob Mushmack says Manuel and Bartholomew both have ankle injuries, but they're taped and they want to come back in the game. And Mackey right there, number 45, gets it down to the 9. Manuel's back in the game, number 80, and the official blows this one dead. A little movement apparently on the line of scrimmage.
And let's see who the official's going to call this on. Either it's going to be encroachment or false start. They're conferencing right now about the call.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense.
Offside on the play, inside the 5. The ball will be placed just inside the 5, and let's look and see what happened here. In the neutral zone, and so the ball's placed inside the 5. First down now, and goal to go for the Broncos as they are striking, attacking, and the Tigers are defending. The quarterback keeps the ball inside the 5, and he really takes a pop into 4. Down he goes.
Great play by Pep Miller. Here they try to run the quarterback draw again, spread out the defense, and allow Jones to take it up the middle on the quarterback draw, but putting them in on a big hit by Pep Miller.
Textbook tackling right there. The third quarter is over. We are tied 28-28. The Port Sulphur Broncos and the Oak Grove Tigers are playing for the 1A state championship. Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Port Sulphur Ace Hardware, Chris Lincoln, the owner, CSF Construction, a heavy construction contractor, Jack Como, Delta Tires, and Automotive, AJ and Tiffany Dusang, Jimmy Gailey, State Farm agent in Belle Chase, and Mark Treadaway, Building Incorporated, custom-built homes and home improvements, Keepsake Bridal and Tuxedo Shop, your prom source, and by Ruffin Building Systems in Oak Grove. There is a Ruffin building for every purpose. By Robinson Grocery, Go Lacey, Gregory Farms, Randy James, Eddie and Pat, C&W Pawn Shop, a great pawn shop in Oak Grove. The drugstore, David Najum and Neil Smith, registered pharmacists, and Thams Construction, Kylie Thams, the owner. Thanks, sponsors from the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. From the 4-yard line, second down and 4 to go. The Broncos trying to get into the end zone and trying to get the lead. They haven't had a lead in a while. And here's a pass that is high and no good.
Terrence Jones passed a little bit high on the play. He had a receiver open here on this last play. Michael Manuel. Talk about ankle injuries. You're playing on this type of surface, you're going to have those type of injuries.
Well, Michael Manuel still hurting and going out of the ball game. The Broncos play it from the 4. We're all tied. Jones is the quarterback. He puts a man in motion, and now he wants to throw it, and he fires it out there. Wide open, touchdown Broncos. Bartholomew catches the ball out there, and Port Sulphur has the lead in the contest, 34-28.
It's a great pass route here. If you look at the defensive end, it's the only person that can guard this receiver, and he lobs the ball and makes a soft grab here and trots into the end zone to put him up by 6 here. It's a great call by Coach Crutchfield.
The extra point to come, an important extra point. Guidros is going to kick it, and there's a fake and a pitch and a pass and incomplete and no good zone. The 2-point conversion doesn't work, but the Broncos have a 6-point lead, 34-28, 11:49 to go in the Superdome.
You'll get used to it.
Still a lot of football to go. There's the touchdown to Bartholomew.
Quarterback Jones has really impressed me today. He's made a lot of good decisions with the football, and that's what you want in a quarterback, a guy that can make decisions, a guy that can run when the pocket breaks down. Offensive linemen love those type of quarterbacks when they can get them out of trouble.
Just an outstanding event here in the Louisiana Superdome. 2 days of football, 2 games on Friday and 3 on Saturday. This is the 1A state championship game. Guidros is going to kick it off. And here we go. The ball's going back to Eric T. Newman. Newman behind a wedge, trying to get to the outside to the 20, across the 30, up past the 40 to the 44, and out of bounds, but good field position for the Tigers.
It's definitely good field position for the Tigers of Oak Grove to start off the offensive series here. Eric Newman has done a fine job this evening as well. He showed his athletic ability here on this kickoff return.
James Manuel made the tackle for the Broncos. The Port Sulphur touchdown drive, a 9-yard drive in 3 plays, set up by a big 39-yard pass interception by Mackey. 1 yard on first down. Guidros makes the hit for Port Sulphur.
Guidros has not only been a wide receiver, he's been a great cornerback here today. He fought off a very good wide receiver out there on the perimeter blocking in Kraft, and comes up with another fine tackle on the option play.
Ty Rollinson is the quarterback of Oak Grove, calling his cadence now at the 45 and handing off straight ahead in a fast developing play right up the middle. Sullivan just plunges straight up the middle and goes across midfield.
Oak Grove is using that big lineup they have up front to try to open up some holes. Sullivan did a fine job of running hard. If he could have kept his feet, I think he could have picked up a few more yards, but that was a great run on second down.
3rd down and 3. 10:25 to go as you see the clock. We are in the 4th quarter. There's Sullivan again. The Broncos grab him and they pull him. And they won't let him go. He might get about a yard, but that won't be a first down. They'll still need 2 on 4th down. And decision time for the Tigers.
Definitely. Coach Dalrymple has been in this situation many times in the same type of game, and he's going to make the right decision here in terms of putting his team in a good position to be successful.
Leo Bartholomew and Kelvin Sullivan grabbed Drew Sullivan and pulled him down. And Vic Dalrymple says, go for it, Tigers, or at least they line up to go for it on 4th and 2. Let's see what they do. They will go, and there is a pitch out to Newman. Can he get it? He does. He makes the corner, and he gets down to about the 40. That's a first down for the Tigers.
Good read by Rollins and a nice hard run by Eric Newman. This is why he's All-State for the last 2 years. He's just a great runner. This is my first time getting the opportunity to see him run, and he's done an outstanding job here today.
Guidros and Manuel made the tackle, and now Eric T. Newman is limping as he comes back to the huddle. Still limping as he breaks the huddle, and he did a good job breaking this tackle right here and getting the first down. There's Sullivan. Once again, he dives it just short of the 35-yard line, but a gain of almost 5 on first down.
Another big first down run by Sullivan. Sullivan has been a workhorse here lately here. They're picking up the inside runs, and they're also picking up the outside runs. When you can do that with the option, that makes it hard to defend.
2nd down, 5 yards to go for the Tigers from Oak Grove. Rollinson is throwing and completing down at the 21-yard line. Number 1, Montalios Kraft made the catch, and Regis made the tackle, but not before Kraft could get the ball and get a first down just short of the 20. They put it at the 21.
It's great defensive play by Regis, but Kraft, again, that play has been there for him. He has one-on-one. He has a one-on-one type situation, and I told you that Dennis, they would come back to it, and Rollins stood in there, planted his feet, and made a solid throw.
First down for the Tigers. Here's the pitch to Newman. Can he get to the outside? He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it, and now a flag flies in.
Flag comes in late. It's going to be interesting to see what this call is on the play.
Bartholomew made the tackle. Rob Mushmak is on the field. Eric Randall, the fine coach of Southern Lab,
Flipping, black,
is with me in the box. I'm Dennis McCain. There's a clip. The clip is on the Tigers.
Gonna bring up a tough situation here for the Tigers.
Play first down.
That's a big one. Still first down, but a long way to go.
Here you take a look at the last play. You
First.
have to wonder if that injury is going to play a role for Eric Newman and the Oak Grove Tigers.
First down and 25, and here's a keeper by Rollinson. He's inside the 10. He's down at the 5. And a first down for the Tigers from Oak Grove.
Very big play by Rollins. Rollins has stepped up the game. He's made good decisions all day with that option. And here again, he makes another good decision to keep the football, and good things happen for him on this one. He picks up, not only does he pick up the first down, but he's inside the 5, right at the 5-yard line.
He broke a tackle. Somebody had him by the shirt. Finally, Regas makes the tackle, but Ty Rollinson took the ball all the way to the 5. First and goal for the Tigers from the 5-yard line. Here they come. 7:53 to go in the game. They are trailing by 6 points. A man in motion. Sullivan with the ball, fighting at the 4-yard line. That's all he got, was a yard.
This, I think they're going to go right at the Port Sulphur's defensive line. You have Leo Bartholomew back in the game for the Port Sulphur Broncos. Comes in and make another play. He was one of those guys that went out earlier with the ankle injury.
Now from the 4, 2nd and 4. Rollinson, a man in motion. And then pitching to Newman. Newman at the 1 and down. Just over a yard short of the goal line.
Newman did a good job of fighting hard. He had some great blocking going on out there in front of him. I tell you, that option is a lethal offense, but you have the exchange of the ball being pitched to the tailback, and they do a good job of not causing a lot of fumbles. I mean, turning the football over with that pitch.
Third down, just inside the 2. Michael Manuel and Guidros made the tackle. Here we go, third, 1.5 yards to go, and the ball maybe on the ground, and now it's still loose in the end zone. A touchdown for the Tigers. Somebody got the football underneath. The official threw his arms up in the air, and he says, Oak Grove, you have a touchdown.
And that is big. That is very big.
73 got on the ball. Kyle Kitchens. Watch him get on it here.
This is a lineman's dream right here. You're in the state championship game. It's the final game of the season, and you're an offensive line. Kyle Kitchens makes an excellent play. The
extra point is up. It's good. The Oak Grove Tigers have grabbed the lead. We have a great one going, a classic. 35-34. Kitchens, look at him. The young man with a big play. We're coming back for more action.
Wendy's High School Heisman recognizes seniors who excel in scholarship, athletics, and citizenship.
Now let's meet our Wendy's High School Heisman State winners.
Kate Ripple of Parkview Baptist, Troy Bennett of Anacoco, Mims Boyce from West Monroe, and Roland LeBlanc of Abbeville. For updates on the Wendy's High School Heisman program, tune into your local stations.
Let's look at it again. The ball is dropped and then kicked into the end zone and is just there, but look at Kitchens dive in, and the young man from Oak Grove reached out and grabbed it, and he pulled it to his chest, and he got a touchdown for the Tigers. And then Willie Pebmiller came in the game and kicks the extra point, and Pebmiller has given the Tigers a 35-34 lead, and now they'll kick off to the Broncos. Well, there it goes down the field. and it goes way back and is returned out to the 21-yard line. Bartholomew has the ball. He's down. Port Sulphur has it, and they will play it after Bennett makes the tackle at their own 22-yard line. 46 yards on the touchdown drive. 10 plays that time by Oak Grove. Fumble recovered in the end zone. Kitchens reached out. He got it, and he puts his Tigers up 35-34. That is the exact view that Coach Dalrymple has as he watches his defense and he watches a flag fly in the air.
Dennis, we may have illegal substitution. Anytime you run, anytime you have a
5-yard penalty
situation where you've lined up in your formation and a guy runs on the field and runs off.
Let's go down to Rob Mushmack.
Dennis, funny story, just talked to the big lineman Kinchin, been playing football all his life. They come out of the locker room. He says, I've only got one half of football to go, guys. I'm going to score a touchdown. Well, guess what? He just scored the biggest one of his life. It's the only touchdown he's ever scored as a football player.
Here's a big rush and a pass out to the left. What a big one it was by Kitchens. Below Grove takes out into the end zone, but obviously an incomplete pass out to the left side.
Pat Miller did a fine job of getting in the way, making a great play, making it difficult for the quarterback, Jones, to complete the pass.
Second down, as you look at it again, there's the incompletion just high and can't be caught by Bartholomew. Second down, 15 to go now as Jones wants to throw, and he throws to an open receiver, and it is caught out there. And a nice play coming and receiving the football is Regas, who is in there, and he caught it and took it across the 45 to the 47. Making the tackle was Kitchens, Jeremy Kitchens on the play.
Here you see Jones sets his feet. They're running a lot of crossing patterns, forcing Oak Grove to run with their speed, which I believe is a mismatch. But here you see Kitchens fights all the way across the field to stop a possible touchdown here.
Had a nice first down. He had Regas open and he hit him. And an injury down on the field. Looks like maybe the right knee there as Regas is limping off the field. That was a big play for Port Sulphur because they were backed up 15 to go on second down, and the receiver was wide open, and the quarterback, Jones, did a good job in getting the ball to him.
Yeah, Jones is, I've watched Jones throughout the game. He's setting his feet, and he's following through, and that's what you have to do. And this is why he's thrown for over 3,000 yards, and he's possibly all-state selection at the quarterback position in 1A.
Let's see what he does here. He wants another screen, and he has it out there, and he has it complete to Mackey. And Mackey is fighting his way inside the 45, down to the 42. That's another first down for the Broncos.
Another first down. 2 consecutive first downs. They've gone for screen plays to be the big hitter. They're rushing big on first down. Coach Crutchfield and his staff I think have picked that up, and they've done a pretty good job of picking up great yards on first down.
Well, he was surrounded and brought down at the 42, but not before he got a first down. Mackey did. Pep Miller made the tackle eventually for the Tigers. 1st and 10 for the young men from Plaquemines Parish. Here's a rush and a pass that is caught again by Mackey. And Mackey is running inside the 35. He's down to about the 33-yard line, just a yard short of a first down.
Here you see another screen play by Port Sulphur. You have the lineman out front. They're blocking for him. I think the carpenter tripped him up. I think his own man may have tripped him up here, Dennis.
Sometime that invisible man gets you. Eric Randall, the coach of the Southern Lab Kittens in Baton Rouge, is joining me. Dennis McCain. Rob Mushmack is down on the field, and here we go, 2nd and 1. A lot of action, and a quarterback keeper that time for a first down. Terrence Jones, coach, I think, has a first down.
I think you're right. He's going to pick up the first down, but again, Cagle is at home here on the quarterback draw. Normally when coaches call the quarterback draw, they're expecting some type of drop-off in coverage in terms of the numbers that you defend the pass with, and they weaken the front. But Cagle has stayed at home and has definitely stopped Jones from running that quarterback draw here today.
An outstanding football game. We have a good one going. We have 3:42 to go. The Broncos trailing by just a point, but they put together a good drive, and now they want a timeout. And so we'll take that break with them, and we will come back for the final 3:33 from the Louisiana Superdome, the 1A state championship.
Oh, hey, by the way, while you're at the marketplace, get some of that delicious stuff we had last night. A deli snack for lunch, you know my appetite. My prescription needs refilling, get the pictures from the trip. Some flowers for my sister and stuff for party dip. You can save more than money, you can save time too. That puts a smile on your face, yeah. While you're at the marketplace, Winn-Dixie Marketplace, isn't life delicious?
The ball is just outside the 30, just inside the 31. It is a first down, and Regas, number 12, Gerson Regas, the running back from Port Sulphur, is back in the ball game. And Mackey's in there, number 6.
Port Sulphur has a lot of weapons here on offense.
Bartholomew, number 3, back, and Jones, number 2, the quarterback, waiting for the snap. He has it. Here's a charge. They want to set up another screen. Here is a big charge by the Tigers, in a pass that is caught inside the 35 at the 34-yard line, but a loss on the play of 2 or 3 yards. Lance Tyson made the tackle for the Tigers.
Lance Johnson did a very fine job of getting up underneath the lineman, which they had set up perfectly to cause a loss for the Broncos.
2nd down and 13. The clock now is rolling. It's ticking. It's ticked away to 2:52 to go in the game. Jones with 2 wideouts to the left and 1 out to the right. He's looking over the middle, and he's throwing it up in the air, and there is a flag being thrown, and interference is going to be called against the Tigers.
Dennis, that was definitely pass interference. The defender has to look back for the football, and here you see the defender
Pass
just...
interference on Black, 15-yard penalty, and automatic first down.
15 yards and a first down. Obviously interference on Oak Grove.
Dennis, you have to at least make an effort to go for the ball and not just to try to defend the receiver from catching the football.
Well, the ball is placed at the 19. And Coach Crutchfield urging his team on from the 19. A nice drive by the Broncos, using clock and still moving. And now movement in the line.
Going to have encroachment here on the play.
Dead ball, encroachment, Black.
Offside. That sets up a 1st and 5. Coach Vic Dalrymple shouting out instructions to his defense. urging them to hold the Broncos and preserve that 1-point lead. The Broncos, though, coach in a great situation here on 1st and 5. A number of options. They'll put a wide out to the right, and there's a fumble on the ground. But Jones jumped on it. No gain, but the Broncos keep the football.
Jones did a fine job of staying with the football. You talk about these kids, both teams wants to win. They want to win this 1A state champion football game here today. And they're getting a little bit anxious. You saw on the other end, Oak Grove fumbled the snap. And here you see another center quarterback exchange his fumble.
Oak Grove clinging to a 1-point lead. But the Broncos of Port Sulphur charging, and now they charge too fast and with haste and offside, and they'll get a 5-yard penalty.
There you see it. Two teams want to take that Class 1A trophy home, and you cannot put that on anything else but these kids they want to get off the football. They're ready to fire off the football, but they just have to hold their horses until the center can snap the football and the quarterback calls for it.
And they want to get at each other in that line. They're fired up, and they know that the season only has 1:36 to go. Second down and 10 for the Broncos. Here's a pass coming by Jones, up in the air and knocked down, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Guidros down there. Tyson was one of the Tigers defending back at about the 5-yard line.
Then you had double coverage. You had a formation with one receiver, and he was covered on the inside. He was also covered underneath. I think that Oak Grove now knows that Guidros is the man that they're going to go to in this tough situation down here. Look to see Guidros or Mackey in this tough situation.
Well, Port Sulphur is going to call a timeout and talk about it. They have a 3rd down and 10 at the 19. We'll be back after we pause for a moment from the Louisiana Superdome, the 1A state championship.
Thanks, man.
And we are going to reach for a Coca-Cola in the booth and watch the final minute 23. It's the Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic for 2001. What an outstanding football game we have going from the 19-yard line. 3rd down, let's set the situation. 3rd and 10 for Port Sulphur. The Broncos, Terrence Jones, you're looking at him. He's back in the shotgun by himself, naked back there. And now he's going to run and keep it and then flip it to the end zone. The ball's tipped, and it is intercepted by the Tigers at the 1. Pep Miller got the football.
There's another tip ball, Dennis. Again, today we've had a number of tip passes. We've had a number of tip passes that were also caught. And here's another fine play by Pep Miller for the Oak Grove Tigers. And Dennis, this could possibly seal the victory for the Oak Grove Tigers and bring up the 4th state championship for Coach Dalrymple.
My goodness, the tip drill pays off for the Tigers. And watch it here. He had a man that was open momentarily, but the ball is tipped. Look at it in the air. Tipped again, twice. And then Pep Miller says, look what I found out of the air. He grabs it, and he's down just outside the 1-yard line. And there's a quarterback sneak by the Tigers. Did the ball fly out? Well, there's a pile up. And the officials are still looking under the bottom there, and it's second down. The Tigers got it. Now, Port Sulphur, look at Pep Miller. Is he excited? Timeout for Port Sulphur.
Very fine play by Pep Miller there.
At the 2, that young man will remember that interception, needless to say, for the rest of his life. Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by our sponsors from Port Sulphur Ace Hardware, CSF Construction, Delta Tires and Automotive, Jimmy Gailey State Farm, Mark Treadaway Builder Incorporated, Keepsake Bridal and Tuxedo Shop, and in Oak Grove by Ruffin Building Systems, Robinson's Grocery, Gregory Farms, C&W Pawn Shop, the drugstore, and Tham's Construction. Port Sulphur is out of timeouts with 1:03 to go, and you'll see the Tigers kneel on it 2 times here.
We should see 2 kneels by Rollins here, and this is going to go down in history. If we can get this quarterback center exchange, then it's in it.
The Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic for 2001. The quarterback sneak. The clock ticks down to 57 seconds, and you have to push forward because you can't back up and kneel that close to the goal line because a safety would put the advantage over on the other side to Port Sulphur. And out to the 2 with the ball.
I'm pretty sure Coach Dalrymple have told his quarterback that let's go forward and not move backwards here. One more kneel on the football. They may even one more kneel on the ball here. It's going to seal the victory for the Tigers here. Both teams, Dennis, have played very, very outstanding today.
The clock has ticked down to 23 seconds. If the Tigers can center it and stay in bounds, they'll win it. And now Coach Dalrymple is going onto the field. He's called a timeout, and he wants to talk to his young men. We'll come back for the last play, possibly after we pause for a moment. It's 35-34.
The Tiger.
Fierce, so bold. It's fierce.
Vic Dalrymple, he went out on the field. Of course, you can do that in high school football. He goes right out, talks to his team, and now let's see if Rollinson can get on the ground with the ball. If he can get in bounds with it without being shoved and tackled in the end zone, then the Tigers will win it. Let's see what they do. You know what they're going to do. Can he hold on to the football? He goes straight down with it, and Port Sulphur tries to get it out, but they can't. The Tigers are jubilant. The Oak Grove Tigers are the 2001 Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic champions in 1A, and they'll take the trophy home after Kyle Kitchens recovers a fumble in the end zone for the Tigers, and look at them celebrate on the field.
The Tigers are very excited. Again, Kyle Kitchens did a fine job of being heads up, keeping his head into the football game, and coming up with a game-winning touchdown that could have been pivotal in the outcome of this ball game.
Let's give it to both teams and congratulate both of them for a game well played that could have gone either way. Port Sulphur and Oak Grove, the Tigers come out on top. But well, what a great season both of those teams had, and Port Sulphur fighting tonight, and certainly the game could have gone either way.
The game definitely could have gone any way, but here we see that Oak Grove is going to take the trophy back up to North Louisiana. But again, Port Sulphur did a fine job. They have a great quarterback in Terrence Jones. They have some great players, some defensive players, Manuel, Bartholomew, you're talking about Mackey. Here you see Coach Crutchfield. He has nothing to hold his head down about. His kids played hard. You can tell he put a lot into this season. And even when you come up a little short, you have to look back at all the positives and say, hey, it was a successful season, but we just didn't walk away with the championship trophy.
Well, that's Rollinson, the quarterback with the ball, and both teams showing sportsmanship out there as they congratulate each other. A well-played ball game, but you can imagine the disappointment on Port Sulphur's side, and they have an outstanding community down in Port Sulphur, and they are to be congratulated for a very fine season. Let's go down on the field now for the post-game activities. The Tigers win it 35-34.
The Louisiana High School Athletic Association would like to thank State Farm Insurance and its Louisiana agents for sponsoring all state championship trophies and awards. At midfield, representing State Farm agent Alan Jackson from New Orleans, State Farm agent Randy Bortley from New Orleans, State Farm agent Bob Bolton from Gramercy, and State Farm agent Steve Barrios from Tarrytown. Also representing the Southern Quality Ford dealers, Mr. Mike Petito of McGee Autoplex of Kentwood. The first award is the Class 1A State Farm State Runner-Up Trophy presented by Randy Bortley, goes to Port Sulphur High School. Head coach Cyril Crutchfield, principal Miss Vanessa Williams. Let's have a big round of applause for the Port Sulphur Broncos, your Class 1A 2001 State Runner-Ups. The next award is the State Farm Outstanding Player Award for Port Sulphur High School, as selected by the working media. The award is presented by State Farm agent Alan Jackson of New Orleans. It goes to number 2, Terrence Jones. The next award is the Baden-Lexham Official Game Ball, presented by the Southern Quality Ford dealers. Representing them, Mr. Michael Petito of McGee Autoplex of Kentwood. The game ball goes to head coach Vic Dalrymple of Oak Grove High School. The next award is the State Farm Outstanding Player Award for Oak Grove High School, as selected by the working media. The award is presented by State Farm agent Steve Barrios of Tarrytown. It goes to number 12, Eric Newman. And the final award, presented by State Farm agent Bob Bolton of Gramercy, is the State Farm LHSAA Class 1A State Championship Trophy to Oak Grove High School. Head coach Vic Dalrymple, principal Mr. Kent Davis. Once again, the Louisiana High School Athletic Association.
Well, what an exciting football game. They are celebrating back in Oak Grove tonight. Their Tigers have won the 1A state championship game, and coach, it came right down to the end.
It definitely did. You talk about Kyle Kitchens. He made a great play there in the end, which sealed the victory for the Oak Grove Tigers.
Well, Coach, we really enjoyed it. Coach Eric Randall from the Southern University Lab Kittens joined me, Dennis McCain, in the box. For Rob Bushmack down on the field, and for the entire crew of the Louisiana Superdome.